And good evening, boys and girls. It is time for SCNS Live here in the X Cave. That's kind of a mess, and I've kind of been trying to straighten this place up a little bit.
No, you haven't.
I did try to straighten it up. All right, I'm going to go to our panel over there because, of course, this week we have Rob Entropy over there. We've got the Professor Christopher Danger.
Hello.
And over there on the far end, we have, would you like to introduce yourself to the show there?
I'm Enasni, Volz.
And I'm going to go ahead and put y'all on camera there. And the other young lady off to your right, left, that way.
She's somewhere over there.
It's. I'm on a different side here. So yeah, it's been a couple days, but we're going to talk about kind of our the weekend we had. It was interesting to say the least. Okay, let's face it. There's been a lot of criticism of Dallas Comic-Con, but there were some good things too. But we're gonna talk about all that. But first off, Danger, what happened to you on this weekend, man?
Well, okay, I gotta make an admission.
Put your running shoes on and get to the point on the admission.
All right, I will.
Why do you keep leaning into your microphone? Move
because he can't
move
move
the
it.
damn microphone.
All right, it's in front of me now.
It's not
Can you
bolted
people
to
hear
the
me?
table.
All right. So here's what happened. Friday afternoon. Now I didn't get this news till Saturday morning. Friday afternoon, my 90-year-old grandfather and 86-year-old grandmother were involved in a little bit of a car accident. They were over in.
And was this your fault?
Hell no. No.
What did you do? What did you do to affect
Cut
this?
the brake line or something.
Yeah, nah. I'm more kind of like sabotage the engine. But anyways, no. They had a little bit of a car accident. My grandfather nodded off, jumped a median, hit into a light pole, destroyed his car. Luckily, both of them survived. They got, even though they got the airbag deployment, belt slap, broke my grandfather's rib, two of my grandmother's ribs.
But
They were in the hospital for a couple of days, so that's where I was last week.
okay, well, that's a
See, to me, and of course,
reasonable excuse.
I heard, I got news of it Saturday morning, and I was like,
Well,
family comes first. And as much as I really wanted to go, I needed to make sure they were all right. So.
okay, I'll buy that. But you were only going to go on Saturday anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and out you for
I
that.
hate-
I mean, dude, if that hadn't happened,
Are you looking at my porn? Are you looking at my porn?
save that for the after-hours show.
Sick bastard. Give me my iPad back.
Rob, how about you? How's your week been so far, man?
Oh, my week's gotten better since.
Since you got a beer in your hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Since he got his latest issue of Sex.
We're going to be talking about that. Yeah, we do have
Hustler Comics presents.
we're not doing we're not doing your segment. We are doing something weird we found on the internet. We're doing that. We got of course picks off the rack this week, but mainly our discussion is going to be on Dallas Comic-Con. But to the two ladies who are joining us in studio.
Hello, ladies. How are you?
How about you guys? How's it been going for you guys this week? There we go.
I actually ended up catching con plague Monday. I got home Sunday night and I was just immediately my head was just stuffy. I woke up the next morning and I didn't want to move. That's why I sound really croaky right now.
I'm pretty sure. I think I've become impervious to con funk now.
I just woke up and since Monday morning I've just been kind of floating by like.
Because I think I called you and it was like 5 o'clock and everything. It was like, I'm sorry, I was laying down. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't feel so bad about waking you up now. Chaka, how's it been for you? You made it out of the con without any...
Yeah, I got out pretty much okay. Sunday, I was not feeling amazing, so we actually left kind of early, which was, after Saturday, it was just this giant, massive, just destruction. I couldn't deal with it again on Sunday. I was just like, no. So we stayed for maybe an hour, and then we left.
Yeah, I actually got to get her this time because I always say, like, I never recognize cosplayers because they're always... I've interviewed people like 3 times that I've never known who they were, and I actually got her this weekend, so...
Yeah, I had no idea
Yep,
who you were.
I just lift my visor and like,
Yeah.
And we did have some pretty funny videos coming out from that this week. We got day 1 and day 2 posted. We're posting the cosplay walkway as soon as somebody figures out what kind of music I should put on this thing.
I found a whole bunch of music, so I'll give it to you later.
Well, I don't have a problem finding music. It's just I don't trust myself after doing this for 40 hours, Also, this is the last SCNS Live ever.
Well,
Yeah,
it's been a great ride, man.
Yeah,
It's done.
but I am burning this planet to the ground after today's news.
Which one?
That's it, man. I've had it with the human race. Because it was announced today that Paris Hilton is putting out a second album.
I
And
saw
I'll be
that.
damned. No.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh,
That's it. I am burning this planet to the ground. We are starting over.
Dude,
No.
so you have the neutron bombs loaded and ready to go?
Yeah.
Dude.
Hey,
it's-
we're all green.
Oh, that was the wrong thing. I'll switch
work.
over here. Anyway, I'll work on that, vamp. Don't worry about what I do over here on the control board. But anyway, no, with this
I do it
news,
better.
I figure break into the White House, get the football, and I'm just going to start crank calling like Russia and all the other nuclear powers. The first one I'm doing is North Korea, though, because I'm going to just bluff them. I'm launching. Where are your missiles?
What?
Come on, launch your missiles. We will. That's what I
Give us,
thought.
Like 5
Click.
minutes to put our makeup on.
Right. I forgot that Paris Hilton was even still a thing. Like, I
Right?
completely
Right?
forgot
After
about
This,
So I
her.
this
was
her
Yeah, like who even?
question is her guest pig actually, or does her pig actually do a guest vocal on any of the songs? Hey, I'm just asking, man.
By the way, this was my birthday present from
That's the
Rick,
greatest birthday
from Rick
present I have
Cromack
ever seen.
at Lone Star Comics. Thank you very much, Mr. Rick.
That's an awesome birthday present.
So, what would
I
you
like
rather
the
have,
gun.
that or a shop vac, man? Hey, come on.
I got a shop vac.
Okay, another shop vac.
Why do I need 2 shop vacs?
You
Because
never know.
your garage is extra messy.
So anyway, moving on. Okay, no,
Moving right along.
Chris Danger, where
know.
comedy goes to die. Anyway, but yeah, I think all of us attended all 3 days, except for Chris. So your job here is pretty much like ask questions. I'm supposed to be in the chat room. Oh, I'm
I'm
sorry.
in the chat room.
This
okay.
nice young lady is in the chat room.
Oh,
Nice.
I'm supposed, but the Boy Scouts make up for Paris Hilton. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Hold on, I'll turn my mic up.
It's sinned. It's
Thank
just-
you, Linda, and welcome everybody that's viewing the show. So anyway, yeah, Dallas Comic Con. We were there all 3 days. Rob was there. So overall, let's just they got off to a bad start right off the bat.
So
I
let's ask, what bad start did they get off to?
well,
Jason?
dude, I mean,
Let's talk about all the good stuff first
Let's
because
do
the
positive.
no.
Because-
We have to start at the beginning at
because the
least.
bad stuff is going to take about an hour.
No,
2
no,
hours
no, no, no.
later.
The entire show.
I'm talking about just the one thing that happened right before even the con started. We got the bad news that Mr. Fillion had
Yeah.
canceled his appearance there due to
Crestfallen.
pink eye.
And
Or
when I
some-
So he
saw
says.
that
Gro-
on
grown
Facebook
people
that
get
morning-
pink eye?
Yeah, from strippers.
From
So
strippers.
That's where I've been getting it from.
Wow.
Yeah. But no, I saw it on Facebook that morning before I even got to the con, and I was like, oh, here we go.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's, it just sort of set the tone for the weekend. You're just like, well, all right.
I knew it would just be full of people complaining.
Yeah,
Just like,
yeah.
well, did you hear? Of course, everybody
Everybody
heard.
heard,
There's no way you
yeah.
wouldn't have heard that morning because that's who everyone was looking forward to seeing.
And to that, people saying, "Oh, they want bring your mic a little bit closer, Des. Hold on, let me see.
We'd like to hear you, baby.
There we go. Nobody wants their biggest guest to cancel the day of the con.
Yeah.
Okay. And honestly, that is how pink eye goes. Like Chaka said, you go out to the strip club the night before.
You wake up with your eye all
There you go. And you go, why won't my eye open?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Hold on, is that glitter? That's glitter. I do not speak from experience. Anyway. So we had that. That kind of set the tone. But we'll get back into the bad stuff later. But okay, so we get there at 2. Rob, you were there at 2. What happened? What was the scene outside when the con was supposed to
All right.
open up doors?
When I got there, they had people standing in that first level garage parking area.
The
And
holding pen, as
They
we like to
were
call it.
funneling pretty much like kind of like a pig pen,
It's like a holding pen, man.
and they were funneling people in 20 at a time.
Yeah.
So I get to the door and I'm like, hey, well, I'm media, so I'm just going to go inside. And he was like, well, what you're going to do is go in that parking space over there, and you're going to wait for everybody else and have your turn to get in.
Wow.
That's about when I called Jason and told him, hurry up and get hit before somebody dies.
Guys.
See,
And then
my
what-
problem with that was that they, like you said, they were bringing people in 20 at a time, but it was like pre-reg and on-site at the same time.
Yeah.
And I was like, why did I pre-reg if I'm coming in at the same time as...
Coming from anime conventions and even other comic book conventions,
Yeah.
if you pre-reg, you get not priority like VIP, but there's a separate place
yeah,
for you to get in because
there's-
you already have your badge.
There's an expectation that you pre-reg,
For a reason.
For a reason. Like, if I was going to wait, then I would just buy it at the door.
Yeah.
And Nazi, if you want to join us in the chat room, there's people already saying, hi to you. Seriously, turn up the mics for the ladies.
Hello.
Well,
I'm in there.
Okay.
I'm going to just speak like right into the mic like this.
Yeah.
I can hear you
Is
better.
that better?
How is that?
Also,
I'm sorry.
I'm
there
sick, so I sound really faint. Sorry.
Okay, their mics are up. So, all
Hi,
right. So,
Tatana.
well, okay. There is one thing, and let's just get this out of the way. Why don't they mail badges? Chaka made this point the day after the
Facebook,
con.
Yeah.
Preach it.
Well, my friend is kind of in the know, and it's mainly just because what I've heard, it goes by faster than, like, say, when we were at A-Con. They have to dig through and find your name in, like, the boxes and the boxes, whereas this way they can just don't have to find something that's assigned to your name. You just get a kind of faceless wristband.
Yeah.
But even then, the wristband is a problem for me, because if you're wearing a costume all 3 days, sorry.
No,
No,
don't. Hold on. I'm going to warn you.
No,
right now.
go for
You
it.
better
Go for it.
talk.
As soon as
Interrupt
you're done, I want to bring
If you're
something
wearing a
up.
costume all 3 days, like we usually do and other
Yeah.
cosplayers do, it's a hassle, because I was wearing Harley Quinn on Friday, and I had to put the wristband over my costume, but I'd have it loose enough to where it could come off, and and I could put it back on the next day and the next day.
Taking it off and on and like keeping up with it is also really hard. Like my boyfriend and I were like trying to like stick it in one place at the end of the night every
I ended up
night.
forgetting mine Sunday.
Yeah.
I had to go back home. I was halfway to the convention. I had to go back home because I forgot my little wristband on the
What's up,
counter.
Danger?
Okay, so this is the thing with this whole event that
Jeter's girl says hi, Rob. By the way, what is this crap?
Oh.
What is this? Don't be giving him any attention.
Yes,
Hi,
like-
sweetie.
Anyway,
All
Chris,
right,
go ahead.
so and this is
Ask your
This
questions.
is something I have to agree with you on. Is I've been to smaller cons, and I think we've been to one smaller con here in town.
This con used to be a smaller.
Used to be a smaller con in the old tomb. But anyways, no, we went over there and we're at another con here in town. Actually, one we went to back here this spring. Actually, we ran into you at. They actually gave you a badge, little itty bitty teeny tiny badge, to get in. Like a little, Yet these guys and God bless them.
Yeah, they do a great job.
They're doing all
Yeah,
right,
they're doing all they
but
can.
they're
They
giving you.
extend it
I
really
mean,
quickly.
you go to larger cons. I mean, the Dragon Cons, the Acons,
San
the
Diego Comic
SDCC.
Con.
SDCC,
Yeah,
NYCC,
the
and they
Ovis,
give
the
you
Boston.
hell. QuakeCon even gives
get off your mic. There
gives
you
you
go.
a real badge
Yeah.
to walk in the door.
And you just get used to it afterwards.
Yeah, that they're going to this system, and as much as I
Well,
don't know,
I know they try to say that this is to prevent counterfeiting and things like that.
That's
but,
gonna happen.
But we went to Anime Fest and
Yep.
we noticed that they were putting little microchips on the badges as well. Now,
RFID chips.
Yeah, the RFID chips. Now, if you got RFID chips and if you got enough to counterfeit that badge, you need to be doing more with your life.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You need to just buy a badge.
Because that's like $8,000 worth of gear right there.
Yeah.
You don't need to counterfeit
Yeah.
badges if you have all of that.
I'm trying for other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, that's a point somebody's making. Linda's making in the chat room. The wristbands are more cost effective than the stinking badges. But you know what?
As someone who goes to a lot of cons, I keep my badges after the con.
Yes,
I don't
Me
want to
too.
keep a wrinkled up wristband.
Exactly.
What is
I've
this?
got a shoebox full
Yeah.
of
this
badges.
looks like I
I
went
keep
out
mine on
drinking
the
somewhere
walls.
and needed a badge.
Yeah, no, I feel like I went to a bar for 3 days. Like I just kept
Yes.
looking down and there's like this dinky little wristband on my back, and
It's
I'm
all
just like,
gross and just
yeah,
crumpled.
I like having a physical badge. I like being able to customize my little name and wear it and
Yes.
stick it on the wall when I'm done. And it's like, oh, okay, here's a memento of Dallas Comic Con. So
I'm trying to log into the chat room right now.
I wish I
I think
brought
I'm creating an account. Just
you're creating an account. Okay.
That's kind of the thing I
I'm
said
looking, but I'm not logged in.
because I told you I still have my Dragon Con badge from 2008 or whatever.
Oh yeah, I have all my Dragon
Yeah,
Con
I got
badges.
my badge for my first San Diego Comic Con. I've got all those.
Same.
I've got all my A-Con badges,
Yeah.
all my A-Fest
It's
badges.
memorabilia to
It
us,
is,
and it
exactly.
just seems like
And it's just a simple piece of paper that they just put our name on. I pre-reg for that one. Couldn't they just mail it?
I like being able to get my badge in the mail months in advance, put that sucker on, and walk right into the con.
Well, just like you do at NYCC. Like it's so useful. So
I don't have to
useful.
wait.
Someone brought up a good point on the chat room. You can't hide your wristbands in pictures.
Nope.
And
Yeah.
that gets frustrating for like if you're having a photo shoot with a photographer. Not all of them are gonna go and Photoshop everything out.
I didn't think about that.
And
Yeah,
always
y'all.
remember, I mean, a lot of my
Cosplay girl
pictures, I'm like
problems.
posing
Yep.
with my arms up, and
Yeah.
it's like my cups here, and there's this neon green.
Yeah, and I've got red. Because I'm Harley Quinn, so I've got this neon green stripe
Yeah.
on my red costume.
Mhm.
It really clashes with the costume.
Yeah.
Flashes in my eye.
So okay, but we're okay. So okay, good things. Rob, I want you to start because this is going to be hard for you.
Yeah, he has
Poor
nothing but
Rob.
complaints.
Rob, please tell me something good that happened at the con, sir. Come on. You can do this.
I got you hit
something.
in the face with a hammer.
This is true.
Well, there's one.
The red carpet was wonderful.
It's
Jason Davis Frank's Q&A, excellent. I didn't
That's
know he was
hilarious.
that freaking funny.
Yeah,
That
I
was
heard he's really cool.
hilarious. Yeah, he's a really cool guy. I think that's about it for me.
Wow.
As far as the
You
good
just
stuff.
negative.
I'm trying to. I'm sorry. I'm trying
No,
to.
that's fine. I'm trying to bring it over.
Okay, I'll take it over to Chaka. What did you think about this weekend? Like something.
like good
Give me something.
things?
Give me
Yeah.
something good.
Okay.
Something good.
Number one positive thing for me was the volunteers at this con, because usually, I mean, almost every con I've been to, and this may be different for everybody else, but like the volunteers at this convention were so helpful. They were so nice. Like they understood that, you know, you're out in the
Just
heat
hush.
and it sucked. And there was a guy out in our line with like a kilt, and he's like running around and like trying to hype everybody up. And
Kilt guy got a lot
yeah,
of praise.
right. Like, and I saw him, you know, several times throughout the weekend, you know, just in the con, and every time he saw us, he was really cool and super helpful. So, I mean, I didn't have a problem with the volunteers.
I will
this
give
time.
the majority of the volunteers were very
Yeah,
well.
the majority.
I guess there were a couple.
Also, I'm going to point out Mr. Negative over there. Who did you get to meet this weekend that you were all
Like a
over?
little girl.
Oh,
You giggled.
shut up.
You giggled. Anyway,
Like a
please
little
continue,
girl.
sir.
Met Josh Connolly and Aris Quinones from. Well, Aris Quinones does Variant on YouTube.
Mhm.
Josh Connolly does. Well, he did the filming for him at the Comic Con, and they also do Film Right, which I watch religiously. Love that thing. Talk all the stuff you need to know about filming and color correction and all kinds of different things to do. And
Did you
blah,
make a new
blah,
friend?
Blah. No, well,
I'm
maybe, maybe.
You mean hopefully?
Hopefully.
Sitting across from your
I'm
finger.
gonna keep sending messages and say, "Hi guys, how you doing? How you doing? Can I come over? Want me some Xbox?"
Wow, this is
No.
I have never seen you like this. It's very scary, sir.
Yeah, it was kind of sickening.
It's no.
But you know the thing
They said
was,
you Rob giggling is surreal. Yeah.
when I was talking to them, I'm like shaking their hands. Oh, it's great to meet you. Shook their hands 3 times each, and almost walked away without even saying
I really-
was on a YouTube show. What my name was, nothing. I was just like, okay, bye guys.
I
Bye.
really wish I could have been around to see this.
Oh.
Des, would you give me a good experience at the con this weekend?
I didn't really get to do much of anything because I was at my booth.
Or you were working with us, and I'm
I was learning
sorry
with you
about
guys.
that.
No, that was I had so much fun hanging out with you guys. Like I wish I'd been able to hang out with you guys.
You
more,
guys, you're
but-
always welcome to hang out with us.
I mean, a good thing that I liked, that I'm always gonna like, is the cosplay red carpet.
Yeah.
Because especially for how crowded Saturday was, a lot of cosplayers didn't have the chance to, you know, as they're walking around, get pictures taken of them.
Mm.
But if you go to the cosplay red carpet, then there's a guaranteed chance you'll have at least one
Yeah.
picture of you, and that's a nice thing. So that was a good thing. And like she said, a lot of the volunteers, most of the volunteers were bearable. It
They're-
just got a little annoying every 5 feet. Why do you guys have a camera?
Oh.
Oh, we're gonna get to that.
We'll get to that.
We have a different experience
Oh, dear.
as media sometimes.
Yeah,
One
well, that's
thing-
bad. I'll go to good things. but-
One thing about that, I guess it's sort of a bad thing, but it's happened in a couple cons now, and I don't know if this is something that you guys can weigh in on. I don't understand how if every 10 feet you've got it blocked off and there's a volunteer standing there, I got to show you my wristband to get here. Then I got to show you my wristband to get here. Then I got to show you my wristband to get here.
Yeah.
By the third checkpoint, it's like, do I really need to show you my wristband
Thank
again?
you.
How would I have gotten here? How have I even gotten this
I have
far?
entered secured government facilities. And
Yeah,
I
I
want
was
to say
They
about
do
to
sometimes.
say.
it. They do it at San Diego too. It's like they don't
Oh.
let you in the door without showing your pass.
It
And like
depends on
every
where
20
you
feet,
go.
like on in the main floor, like down
Yeah.
there, it's just like, why is this broken up like this?
I mean,
I'm
I've-
like, I've shown my
Dude.
pass.
I've
Like,
gotten in without showing my
Jay.
badge.
are you serious?
On like a Saturday. I was like, you
Wow.
guys.
Hold on, what's
this
up,
is
Chris?
bad.
I've gotten into the airport faster than this. This sounds insane.
yeah.
It was
I mean,
it
it's
was
like,
very secure,
God.
but
Yeah.
also the wristbands are a little hard to see.
Yeah, so you'd have people like chasing you. Like, no, I need to see your wristband. I'm like,
The
it's-
guy,
Yeah.
Whereas with
the
the
guy
badge,
by
you
the
can just
elevators
hold
was
it up.
awful.
Yeah.
What guy by the elevator? Oh, we
Oh,
weren't
that's
allowed to
how-
use the elevators.
Yeah,
That's
which
right.
I understand it's reserved for people with disabilities who need it, but at the same time, it should also. My friends went as Nazguls the first day, And
I like those guys.
yeah,
They found my kids for me
love
one
them
time.
so much. And their costumes trail a little bit. Not enough to like get stepped on, but enough to where if they're in the escalator,
Yeah.
it's going to catch.
Yeah.
And so they had to take their gloves off, take their hoods off, pick up the bottom of their costume whenever they wanted to go upstairs.
Wow.
They couldn't get on the escalator.
I know we used the elevator
The
quite a
elevator.
bit because we were just like media. Move.
Jealous. Jealous.
What? Move. The escalator. Oh, where they made you guys escalator? Where they made you guys move?
I know what she's talking about. When I was
What?
up against the wall. Oh, no. I think they're talking about when we were about to interview the Zatanna. My friend Zatanna.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that one.
Yeah. There's another time when I was up
boy,
against...
that's just a start.
Oh, okay. So, all right. What happened was, we saw the red. Someone as the Red Hood and someone as Zatanna, and we want to interview them on camera. Well, they were standing still for some pictures, and as you know, people sometimes forget that there's got to be a flow of traffic through there, so people were just snapping pictures of them.
Yeah,
and we
which
patiently were
happens.
waiting. Rob's sitting there with his camera kind of down, and we're going to set up and do the interview. And these are the people that were kind of rude. And it was the fire marshals and firefighters who were there because we started getting screamed at by a fire marshal. Because it's like after all the photographers leave, we kind of move over to this corner, and he basically just went to the first person he saw with a camera. It was like, you, we got complaints about you. Like, there's nobody around us. We're kind of out of the way. And
Yeah, pretty much my back was against a wall
Yep.
in a corner.
That
Wow.
happened to me
So,
once.
but he's saying that we were blocking the flow of traffic.
and it was the people that were there 5 seconds before he got there, but he went to the first people with the camera.
Which I understand, it's just like, this is what I think is the problem, so I'm going to make it go. And it's like, but no, it's not the problem at all.
But there was something I noticed on that day where I was filming in the signing rooms. When I took the camera out, this one security guy with the white shirt turned to me and said, was like, "Oh, man, that's a big camera you got there." Blah blah blah. Just talking about the camera. I'm like, what is it about this camera that makes these people so freaking nervous?
They probably see an expensive camera, and they're like, who the hell are they?
Yeah.
What are you doing here? What's that camera there for?
It's like, so we need a more low-key camera or something now.
Maybe they're just threatened by it.
Yeah.
Just threatened by your camera.
I don't know. Shouldn't be.
I don't know. I went somewhere and they were like, "Oh, we need to look in your camera bag." I'm like, no, not unless I can film it." Okay, you can go. That's what I thought. Because we had fun at QuakeCon when we were. Who's messaging me here? I got people messaging me over. Have him get on mic more. That's you.
Me?
Hold on. Speak up, Rob.
I'll stay off.
Hello. Dot.
There we go. I'll just bring you up a little bit. There we go. Thank you,
Is
Ben.
that better?
That is much better.
If I can chat on my
And
phone.
Linda, our other photographer, who took some great shots, by the way, go to our SCNS live page and just check those out. Linda said, "I'm gonna strap a knife," and I gotta make sure I say this. I'm gonna strap a knife to my camera. Maybe that'll be more threatening and get me into more places.
Just like a machete to your camera.
Oh, okay. We've
Yes.
used machetes more. All right. Well, honestly, one good thing. It's kind of hard for me. I always try to look at the good things. I always look at our.
Yeah.
I always look at Comic-Con. It's kind of like nerd family reunion.
Yes.
You get to see everybody you know. You get, oh, hey, what's going on? You get to see you ain't seen since the last con.
Yeah.
It's like nerd family reunion.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I love. That's honestly the best thing I love about the con. I love the people.
Yeah.
Like the regular, just people that are attending the con.
I mean, I can go a whole convention without going to a panel, and as long as I
Oh,
get to see
yeah.
my friends that I haven't seen in a
Absolutely.
couple months, that's great for me. Get a few pictures and hang out. I love it.
Because honestly, we were denied any interviews with any celebrities, which to an extent, I can understand that. We're not paying for those celebrities to be there. We're not helping them get tickets to the door. As me and a friend of mine were talking about this weekend, another professional in the media business, we were talking this weekend. We don't really do anything for them anymore. They're big enough where they can exist without us. So
Yeah.
I can understand, unless I'm paying the big bucks. But but there is a point that Vice, the big media that will come out and give them a small little piece that's going to play for 5 minutes. We're going to give them a long video. We're going to give them a long interview, and we're going to post it on YouTube. And the fans the people that went to the con are going to go see it because they went to the con.
Yeah.
So that's why I still enjoy going.
Yeah.
But there are other people in media. They're like, well, if you're not really going to do anything that I can get content, what's the point?
Yep. I'm gonna take some pictures and leave.
Because the
That's it.
first thing that happened when you pulled out a camera on the third floor by the Jason David Frank table, we were approached by somebody who was con staff, not not to volunteer, right?
No, volunteer.
It was volunteer.
It was always a volunteer.
Well, she said that she was a media. She said she was like a media relations person.
Well,
and they wanted to remind us
her
of the
relations
rule
weren't very
that
good.
I got explicit instructions of who I wasn't supposed to talk to, which was any celebrity. They were very thorough with explaining that, and I understood. I was going to abide by it because we still like going and talking to people, artists, cosplayers. We have fun. We're gonna have fun regardless. So that was kind of off-putting a little bit. It was like, wow, you had your camera out for what, all of 5 seconds?
Yeah, and she just descended. But even after you talked to her, she turned to me when I moved in a little bit to stand in one spot, get some shots. You do know you can't talk to celebrity? Yeah.
We know.
Well, you can't get any closer. I know. I'm standing right here. Could you move? And then she went away. And I got whatever shots I could from the middle of the floor, probably 15 feet away from any celebrity.
You and Linda did a fine job this weekend on videography and photography this weekend. I want to just say thank you to the both of you guys. You guys did a hell of a job. You got some great footage. Linda got some great pictures. I mean, I've been waiting with bated breath for Linda's pictures. Have you've seen them, right, Chris? You sure?
Yes, I have.
Chris, you got any questions about like what happened at the con? Oh God, I'm gonna have to turn him back up here.
Mia got screwed.
Well,
oh, let it go. Just let it go.
I have to comment here a little bit because if it's who I think you were referring to, little Pushin person came up to you, told you to keep your camera out of the way. Little lady wore glasses. Okay.
No, someone else.
Someone else. Okay. All right. Well, I look at it like this, and I'm gonna try to take the good. I'm gonna try to take the narrow path on this in a way. I understand.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I understand that they're out there to promote an event. They're out there to have people come out, get an autograph with whoever they choose, But then again, you also have the press. You have people who want to promote that event for them. They want to give them, something good and positive in the community per se. And, there are people who have worked deals before events, the event themselves, that want to interview somebody. And of course, then after all said and done, you get kneecapped by certain people who don't want to allow you to get interviews. I kind of, and that just kind of bothers me a little bit. And it goes back to something I had mentioned a while back. And I'm not going to say they do a great thing for the fans. They've had some really great vendors out there, some great artists, great celebs, all that. And that's all well and good. And this is one thing I think you and I have talked about. I think we've talked about off air. And I'll just say it, is that if you want somebody to promote your event, you want press, you want, be it print, digital, television, you give them their access, you let them in, and you let them do a stand-up shot or something before you let everybody in the door.
We do have a point from the chat room.
Who's in the chat room?
Well, we got a couple people in the chat room tonight, but
people are actually chatting?
Yes.
No.
Oh wow.
And watch your volume
Yeah,
into the mic
because
I'm going to keep turning the mic.
That's why they're in the room.
Well, yes, and we trust me, we had them on because they had good opinions, not because they're pretty, but they are pretty anyway.
They're pretty ladies.
Moving
hey, ladies,
on,
how
but
you doing?
there was, and I'll ask the three of you guys, was there, the volunteers, although nice, was there a general sense of disorganization?
That's what I was curious about.
And that's what we're getting from the chat room.
Very long,
Well, some our guest in chat room, Zatanna Zatara, is saying the volunteer conroy's table couldn't even tell me how much a picture would cost. If you're at the table, that's kind of an important piece of information to know.
Yeah.
There was one incident Friday that irritated me. We went up to the merch table because we wanted to get one of the, the pop figurines, the
Flash.
Reverse Flash, and I was really excited about it. They had them all set up. This is like Friday afternoon at 4:30, so this is not like 1 o'clock Friday, doors just open. Like, they've been open for a second. And we're about to leave, and I was like, hey, because they had to sign up there $15. I was like, hey, I'd like to get one of, the Flashes. And there's another chick behind this girl, like, counting them. She's like, oh, we're counting them right now, so we're trying to make sure we haven't oversold and there's enough for the for the people who, bought them online. And I'm like, okay. She's like, just 20 minutes while we count them, and I'll let you know. And I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. That
Why didn't you count those before you
before
opened
the
it?
Yeah.
con, yeah, like why are they out here with a sign saying they're for sale? Like you took the
It's
time
time
to
to
set
go
them
to
all
work.
up, you
It's-
know. And so we sit there and we wait for a good 20 minutes, and then she's like, "Oh, you know, we've sold out for the con, so these are just for people who bought them online." I'm like, "Okay, well, why has
Okay.
that sign been up for 3 hours?" Well, then the next day we come back, and again we're leaving after the costume contest. We walk through that hall and we see him again. And so my boyfriend's like, "Hey, we should go see about those figurines." And I was like, "Well, yesterday they said they were sold out, but whatever, we'll go check again." Turns out they had found some more, and now they were on sale again. And I was like, "Okay, this is one of your con exclusives."
So did you-
know what?
did you
Yeah, I got
get it?
one.
Okay,
Yeah, I got
okay.
one. But why? That was really disorganized and messy to me.
Yeah.
Rob, what about you? Did you anything you noticed? Kind of a sense of disorganization or anything?
There's two. Another one.
Preach it, Rob,
filming
preach
in
it.
the signing room. They had told me the day before to stand between the blue lanes that they had set up in the wall, and anywhere in that space I can film. So I'm standing there filming, getting some shots of the stars that they were up there signing. Natasha Henstridge, Christina Loken, Adam Baldwin, so on. And this lady just steps in front of me. This
I found
tiny little rotund woman.
Did she wear glasses?
You can't really use tiny.
Tiny and rotund.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was about to
tiny.
say.
Was she like a little bowling ball?
Well, sure.
Let's not throw out any verbal insults.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. What am I
Okay.
saying?
Go for it.
I'll
Marcia,
try
do
not
this.
to. But I mean, she had the greatest face. She just walked from the camera and said, "Hi, can I help you?"
As the
and
ed-
she's just talking to me, and I'm like, in my head, move. And then she starts talking to me about. She's trying to tell me that from where I'm standing, where they told me to, and filming.
And this was Sunday.
is
And you had already gotten permission.
Yeah.
You had already gotten the rules
Uh-huh.
Saturday.
Yep. She said that standing where I was between the wall and the blue walk lanes was considered a interview.
What?
Okay.
What?
What?
I looked at her like,
Okay.
Are you going to be screaming the questions
Yeah.
and just zooming in with the camera?
it's like, do you know
Excuse
the
me, Mr.
definition?
Baldwin. Mr. Baldwin. What was it like being on Serenity?
Hey, do you kiss him on the mouth now?
Oh, somebody. Oh, I know who this is giving you little compliments in the chat room. I'm not even repeating it.
I don't know. Rob is pretty cute, especially when he is pissed. Oh.
You're killing me, Smalls. One thing, I kind of want to lead you into this one, but Sunday, the cosplay red carpet on Saturday worked pretty well.
Yeah.
Had some good organization,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but Sunday,
Sunday.
what happened?
Okay. Okay. I don't know if we were misinformed or what went on, but my friend Ben Ambroso.
And that guy is a big shout out
Yeah.
to Ben.
He's
Yeah,
an awesome
Ben's
guy.
Oh
awesome.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah, if you go to the
Amazing.
conventions, he's usually in some form of the Joker,
Joker.
luchador, Joker, anything. He does like the most random. Whatever pops into his head, he's like, "I'm doing it." But anyway, he and I were
Yes, yay,
supposed to.
Ben. In the chat room.
He was supposed to help Devin Pike announce. He did Saturday.
Yes.
And he was going to do it again on Sunday, but Devin, I think, ended up having to moderate the Kevin Conroy panel.
Uh-huh.
So he told Ben, he asked Ben to have someone else help him out, and I was going to help him out, Joker and Harley kind of moderating it. They told us 3. Because I asked Ben, I was like, what time do we need to be there? So I know, we're not running late, yada, yada. And 3 o'clock was the general, like, every time that was when we were going to show up. We get there, and we were there early, so we're upstairs at my booth and just kind of walking around. And we go downstairs around 3 to start setting things up, and a volunteer's like, oh, well, this already happened.
Because I actually saw you guys
Wow.
up there, and when you said 3, I was like, I said, actually, it already happened.
Yeah. And when
And-
he told me that, I was like, wait, what?
Oh,
And
no.
let me explain from our point of view what
One of
happened.
the papers they gave out said cosplay Saturday at 3, Sunday at 2.
Right. And we caught that, but we were down there at 2. We kind of just happened to be down there and saw that everything was gearing up, so we got in line.
So I don't know if anyone was misinformed or what happened, but
You-
I was talking to other cosplayers, and they said that they had seen on the website that it said 3 on Sunday. But again, it could be just people mixing up times.
There was definitely something that you can't really describe without the word cluster. Because we're down there at 2. From our point of view, we're down there at 2, and I'm in my costume. They sent 2 volunteers down there, and they basically had no idea what to do. In fact, they told me one of them comes. We have no idea what we're doing down here, and
Wow.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I had to tell them how to set up the area for media.
I had to break character.
Took over the
Wow.
the whole
I had a blast doing that, by the way.
cosplay carpet.
What, Chris?
Hang on a second. They let you two knuckleheads run this thing?
You damn
Yeah.
Skippy.
And we got it done good.
Right on.
Son.
Hey,
Right on, baby.
we're ex-military. Give us a job, we'll do it.
Wow.
Put a challenge in front of us, and we actually, but we didn't. But what we noticed when we did it too, there were maybe 20 people that showed up.
Yeah, I just think
Yeah, about
mainly
20
it was a lack of
20,
people
30.
who showed up, like because it was a lot calmer on Sunday.
This is true,
but
but
also I just think people were misinformed.
but we knew there were more people in the con in
Yeah.
costume because they came down. We kept seeing people kind of trailing down, like what's going on? Like
And-
mainly for the 1 at 2.
Yeah.
Most of those people were just people passing by.
Yeah, who were like, oh hey, it's happening now.
Oh, okay. So we'll go over and do
My
our
main
thing.
complaint was at Sci-Fi Expo when they first did it, or was it Fan Days? Whichever one, they announced it over the loudspeaker. So
That would've been helpful.
Like 10, 15 minutes before it happened, so you could
Mhm.
get the time to get down there. Whereas this time, it was just kind of, you had to know that it was happening.
Yeah, they just kind of said to hell with it.
You have to be aware instead of, like, if you just showed up that day in costume.
I think we should
like,
petition that. I'm going to petition that you and Ben do that again. I just want to assist in my
we
alter
just like to
ego.
yell at people. We like
In
to have an excuse to
character.
yell at people
Yeah.
in character.
But honestly, the red carpet was probably one of the best, and Mark took credit for that when he was on the show the week before the con, because that was his idea, and it actually works out pretty well. It's a lot of fun. The only thing that I think it could use, it needs some strutting music.
Yes.
It needs some strutting music.
Some RuPaul.
Give me some.
Supermodel.
Give me some psy. I want some psy up in there. Motherfucker.
I just
Jim.
know that
No.
at Sci-Fi Expo like, it was a lot more
That damn
organized.
sigh.
I know.
I know Devin was like, okay, look here, look here, look here. Like he would tell you where, but
Yeah.
this time it was kind of like everyone just look wherever they want to look.
The costume contest too. Can we talk
Oh
about
God,
that?
please.
Oh,
no.
man.
y'all. Okay,
Oh,
please
gosh.
continue with the costume because we did not. You got kicked out of the room.
Well,
or
because it
something.
was so small.
Yeah.
Which that's gonna. Okay, go ahead and talk about the cosplay contest because that's gonna lead us into the sides of this con.
Like,
by the
oh
way.
my gosh, like, we were both there. It was
The
just a
costume
Can I
gigantic
just
event.
say one?
contest.
Can I just say one bit? The only reason
No.
why I was not in there.
Say it.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Say it, brother. Say it.
No, the only reason why I wasn't in it because at that point the fire marshal was saying if you don't have a seat, you have to leave the room.
Yeah, I did
so
hear that.
that's why they started. Why I
Funneling.
came out of there and funneled out, and they actually had the cosplayers outside the room.
See, what happened was we went in there and we all took a postcard. We wrote down our character, our name, then we formed ourselves into a line that like stretched all the way out the room. And apparently there were a good 90-something cosplayers
Yeah.
in the cosplay contest, and they'd have you come through, walk
I believe
on
it.
the
I
stage,
look at the
do
runway.
your thing, and then you'd walk back out. And once you got back out, there was no one telling you what to do next.
Yeah.
So there was just
What?
this
Wait,
traffic
what?
jam.
Yeah, no,
There
you
was
leave
this-
the room and there's just a crowd.
Yeah,
of
just this
cosplayers.
clump, and none of us knew what to do. We were like, do we line back up? Do we go back in there? Is
Do
it
we just
over?
go away?
What do we do? You know, and so we all just kind of hung out until
That's-
like, we again lined ourselves up and went back in.
I hate saying this. That sounds like the kind of behavior you would find at some sort of like really small or medium sized like
Yeah.
con at the airport Hilton,
Like if there
not
were maybe 20 cosplayers in the contest, that's fine.
not
Yeah,
at a
but
major
not a good-
event.
almost
There's
100.
90 of us, and there's some of us in
That's
armor.
insane.
Yeah, and then
The
the
bubble- the balloon guy?
yeah, just everything. And then when they were announcing the winners,
Oh my
like they would
gosh.
yell it, and then it would just
would
telephone
just-
its way back
Wow.
until we found the people,
And that
they
was
run up.
difficult because, like, when
Yeah.
the Bioshock cosplayers won, they were multiple Bioshock cosplayers.
So we were
entered.
like, which ones? You know, it
That's
was,
like saying Harley Quinn won.
yeah,
and we were just like, which one? There's
Or
just
Supergirl.
Jab.
one turn around.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. Oh my gosh, I felt really bad for everybody involved in working on it because I know everybody was doing their best, but we
Yeah.
did not belong in that room.
No, it should
Like,
have been
flat out.
in the bigger room. And I mean, to what I understand, that was reserved for when Nathan Fillion was here.
Yeah,
And then Nathan Fillion, of course, had to back out. But,
but
then
then no one.
Strip a pink eye.
It was an
So-
empty room, but they put Kevin Conroy in that room instead.
Okay.
It's like you could have put the costume contest up there. We would have really liked that.
Yeah.
Well, and that brings me into my next point, which we keep making. We made this when Mark was on the show. We've made it personally. Irving Convention Center can no longer house this con.
No.
No.
Maybe Fan Days and Sci-Fi Expo still, but not
Let me-
Dallas Comic-Con.
Rob,
I can tell you, I had one of the red shirts, the supervisors, the people, not a volunteer, someone who works there.
Mm-hmm.
He had to find out, because I was trying to find out if I could get into the Adam Baldwin room, and he went and asked all this stuff, and he said, well, they're doing it this way, blah, blah. But he eventually told me the con is too big for the Irving Convention Center.
And my
He
next,
said they need to move to a bigger venue.
And
They do.
I think we've mentioned this before too. It's in fact I followed all the tweets this weekend while I was actually seeing my grandparents in the hospital,
here comes
reading everything. I was talking to a guy who actually runs a local blog, Clay Harrison. He and I were talking. It's like he said, and I quote,
armchair coordinator.
Dallas Comic-Con has outgrown the Irving Convention Center, poor volunteer knowledge, and bad people traffic control. He said, really? And I asked him, I said, and I mentioned it needs to go to something like the DCC or Tarrant County Convention. It needs a much larger venue
Well,
Yes.
to stretch out. And of course, I mean, I'm glad the event's growing, but it's having growing pains, things like that, like any
It
event.
grew much faster than they anticipated.
Oh yeah,
I think
yeah,
so.
yeah.
No one could have anticipated
also-
it.
I
I
doubling
mean,
mean-
when
in
you're
size.
pulling guests like Nathan Fillion,
I mean, Stan Lee, the
you
couple
know,
last
William
year.
Shatner. I mean, you gotta expect
You're gonna
it.
draw in the crowd.
Yeah.
And
they're
overcrowding
gonna-
in a con, if you're getting that many people in there, then you can probably get more.
Yeah. And my problem is I don't want to come to one of my local conventions and feel like I'm at San Diego Comic-Con.
Exactly.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
saying it's like saying, and I use the clown car euphemism with this because it's like you're stuffing more and more and more and more into it, and eventually you're going to run into problems. Now, the weekend before,
Feel like
the
I'm
gang and I here were at North Texas Beer and Wine. Completely different crowd, a lot of room,
a lot of drinking.
a lot of drinking. Go drinking, and
Don't I have a video to do on that?
yeah, we still have to put something up, man.
Don't,
Too sweet.
Don't
Get to it.
Don't judge the editor.
Chop, chop.
Chop chop, man.
Well,
Oh,
you
you're
know,
gonna,
Crack the whip on it.
You're gonna give me that video tonight, so I can get it done.
I'll work on it.
No, you
Okay,
won't.
long and
Okay.
short, getting back on it, but to do a compare and contrast, we went there the weekend before, well organized, even though it was, I think, the third year they've done it there. It was very well organized. Got in, they had a line of people in there. You get your stuff, you're done, you're ready to go. This, from what it sounds like, is that really there was no actual order. It was just kind of organized chaos.
Yeah, walk in
And I hate saying that because I love this event and I love these events that they put on, but it sounds like it was like a total and absolute organized chaos. And they got to move this event. They really need to.
all you have to do
They-
is look at any pictures from the
before-
elevator. or
Oh
escalator
yeah,
for-
so
yeah,
many
I
people
saw
took
it.
pictures of the crowd.
just-
It
And-
looks like San Diego Comic Con.
And one
horrible.
thing that we can't really, and this is one of the problems with San Diego Comic-Con, is they are locked into contracts with
Oh,
that
yeah.
venue.
Oh yeah,
So they can't.
And I'm pretty sure they are locked into one with Irving as well.
yeah.
So
San
before they
Diego's
can
stuck
even
there
do
for the next,
anything-
like 3 years.
Oh,
And
yeah.
honestly, when their contract's up, there's not much Irving is going to be able to offer them as far as keeping them there.
Unless they can get
They
a
are-
convention hotel built in time.
What? No,
Yeah.
but where else are they going to move?
Dallas.
Dallas
You got
needs-
DCC. Yeah, you got Dallas Convention Center downtown.
well,
you got the
I mean,
Omni
no,
right next to it.
Well, Dallas needs to get that business, mainly because they had that brand new Omni hotel that's attached to it that the city helped build.
Oh, yeah.
Because we all attended AllCon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
AllCon is a blast.
It's
It's
fun.
Because
a
it's-
small
it's
convention.
in the hotel.
It's a very
Tiny.
intimate convention. It's nice.
yeah.
But it's also Nerd Family Reunion. It's the
Yes.
first con of the year.
My friends
And
refer to it as drinking con. But they refer to a
Yeah,
lot of
'cause
cons.
Drunk
people
Con
just walk
2014
around.
coming
I was
soon.
surprised. I was not expecting like Dragon Con levels of debauchery at that con, but we rolled up in
Whoa,
there
whoa,
like that
whoa!
night.
What you miss?
Where?
What I miss? What
no,
I miss?
Oh, a
we
lot.
we went to the
I
con,
was part
came
of the
back
burlesque show.
that night, and
Oh, right
like
on.
people were just
Dude.
walking around with red cups. Like
Yeah.
the bartender was just letting us walk off from the bar with
Uh-huh.
glasses
Yeah, with
of
the
beers and
flasks.
shit.
I had
I
a
was
friend-
like, what? All right,
I had a friend of mine come up to me with a flask at AllCon and was like, "Here, you want a drink?" And I kind of looked around. Is this a trap?
yeah. I was not expecting that.
or
from
another
AllCon.
intervention.
We went to a roller derby party. It just devolved
Whoa, whoa,
so
whoa.
quickly.
Oh
Just,
my God.
It was crazy.
Somebody from the chat room, a girl dressed as Black Widow was wrestling guys in the hallways. How did I miss that?
See, I didn't see that. I wish I had
hell?
seen that.
So we're going.
This is why we
Well,
need 2 cameras.
We're actually
In one cup.
give me another couple of $1,000. I'll get another camera
Oh
anyway.
my god.
But no, next year we're actually we'll go into AllCon later. We're going to talk about that when it gets around that time. So anyway, we've seen we are in the end of this segment. Okay, we've kind of talked about the good. We've talked about the bad. what can they do to improve? Chaka, please go. You start off.
Well,
Ladies first.
I think we've hit on it, several times. They need to move. First of all, first and foremost,
there are limitations of what they can do to that. But
but I mean
that should be
that's
taken into consideration.
Definitely something that needs to be considered. The bad situation needs to be looked at again. I mean, it's just having people who pre-regged and people who are buying on site getting in at the same time, like in the same parking garage. It doesn't work. But people are pissed off before they even get into the convention.
The parking situation.
The parking
that's
situation
sad.
as well. A lot of the complaints I heard from people were that they parked Saturday, parked all the way back here, hike all the way down to the convention center, only to be turned away at the door. That is an issue.
Turn away.
Wow.
Yeah,
Whoa.
because
Whoa.
they sold out, so they turned people away at the door Saturday. Did y'all not hear that?
No.
They oversold.
Saturday sold out.
Yeah,
my
look at their
goodness.
Facebook page. People were flipping tables.
I mean, that's a long walk from that
Yeah.
parking garage all the way to the convention center.
I would have stormed back and demanded my
I
parking
didn't hear
back.
about that one.
Saturday, I was wearing those 3-inch Mad Moxie heels.
Yeah.
And if I hadn't had my badge and they said you need to walk back, I'm like, you're going to drive me back to my car.
Yeah, I was in a
Unawares of that.
cautious Saturday, and if anyone had told me to turn around,
Chris?
my heads would have rolled.
Go ahead.
I wasn't there. I saw all the pictures, and I kind of knew how a couple of the previous events went. So I'm gonna, like I said, growth is a good thing, but it needs to be controlled growth. They need to either, and this is a city of Irving in particular, they either need to decide if they're going to turn that into a parking lot or get off their ass and turn it into a hotel. They've been talking about, we're going to build a hotel here, build a hotel. Because the thing is, you go to and we'll bring up a couple of the others. You go to an A-Con, a Anime Fest, a SDCC, NYCC, and they have events off-site.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've got
Especially San Diego.
San Diego,
Nerd
It's the
HQ.
entire city is
yeah,
just doing
just that
something.
whole block.
You've got,
Spot
and of course,
everybody.
I think you're near way. In it, the thing is that the city of Irving has to seriously look at this and say, you know what, this is going to be an economic generator. Let's get off our ass and build another hotel so we can host events. In fact, I was talking to one of our mutual friends, Jason, they were talking about doing said event for
Does this person really need to be kept secret? Would you say our mutual friend? Who is it?
DJ does stuff. My friend that you know.
You suck.
Well, she, without getting into too much,
Whatever.
let's just say
It's
that
all
she
the
wanted to do
secrecy
it.
behind
She
this
wanted to do an after-hours event, and unfortunately, there was really no place to do an after-hours event. So
We love after hours events.
we like after-hours
Even
events.
at WonderCon, the hotels around there had in the bar area. There's
And
just-
Dragon Con.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
all the bigger
Dragon Con's
cons,
all the
and
freaks,
Dallas
man.
Comic-Con is a bigger
Yeah.
con now.
Bunch of freaks at Dragon Con.
Rob, you got
Dragon
anything
Con.
as far as improvement wise? What can they do, man?
We already said it.
You think we all
we
know?
need bigger space. If you pre-reg, mail me a badge.
Yes,
Better organization.
FedEx, UPS, whatever. Send me a
I
badge.
think
Carrier
that was
pigeon.
like a week and a half
once
before the
I
con,
get
just
it,
mail it out.
I put my thing on. I walk in. Anyone who wants to buy at the door, have them wait at the door and funnel
Agreed.
them in 20
That's
at a
what
time.
pre-reg is for.
Go ahead, Chris, because I got one.
One other thing, and I got to say this, I understand sort of the reason why they had the holding pen out in the garage, but really, guys, seriously, you're not that.
You know what? Honestly, in the garage is better than being in the sun.
Well, okay,
Yeah,
I'll
it
give
was.
him that.
Slightly.
Slightly, I'll give him that.
It's Texas. What you
Well,
gonna
like
do?
last year when you're up against that big metal wall that they had.
That is a
waiting-
I'm going
huge
to use
right there.
line for
Jason.
2
I'm going to use a
hours.
quick example of a previous event we went down to. It ended up becoming a giant, frigid wind tunnel. Remember back in the spring when we went to the other convention?
The other convention.
What is with all the vague references?
Okay, Sci-Fi Expo.
Thank
Remember
you.
we were out at
That's the
Sci-Fi
same
Expo waiting to
damn
get
people.
in.
Like, why
Exactly, understood. But they're putting people out there in a wind tunnel.
It
I
was
mean,
cold.
really,
Yeah.
honestly,
Damn
guys,
Nerf gun.
really, in all seriousness,
Throw it.
I would also say some of their volunteers, like many other volunteers at various events, could take some lessons in, what's that word? Oh, yeah, courtesy.
I did, I was talking to, like I said, another mutual friend of ours who I'm actually messaging right now.
Why you get on to the secrecy now?
Because I have to.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, no, but I know we as media,
Oh, yeah,
we
$4
want,
hot dogs suck.
we want, we do want to talk to the
For
celebs.
a warm hot dog.
But,
don't make it a hot
Yeah,
hot dog.
exactly, man.
However, how does this sound to you? What if they did a red carpet for the celebrities?
they would have to
I
get
could swing with that.
paid staff or better volunteers for that, just to make sure
Exactly.
that they can
Well,
get
it will
away
be
from the
reserved.
fans.
I think it.
Yeah,
I think it will be reserved
security.
for actual media as well.
Okay.
It is something that would cost more, but it was something that we were kind of throwing around with a friend of mine.
Or like
and,
a media room or something.
They won't ever do that.
Yeah, see, we've of course, like I said, we've gone to QuakeCon. They had a media room set up. Everything
Well,
was
they treated
great,
us good.
and they
We going
treat us
back.
like royalty. Whereas this local event, which technically both are local events, but this other one, which is growing, has got to learn how to treat not just the media, because we're going to be the observers, really.
Yeah.
We're going to be the ones bringing out the stories. We're going to be talking about the event. We're going to be ones giving the thumbs up or thumbs down on it. You got to learn how to be nicer to the media. You got to give us a chance to get in early, get some setup shots, maybe get some early interviews, and just get it out of the way, and then let the guests come in and do what they need to do. Instead, we get treated like steerage.
Yeah.
It just isn't right, man.
And I mean, I know, like we were saying, that they don't really need the small media or the media to advertise anymore. But really, I mean, if you treat them poorly, word of mouth,
Word about and
Exactly.
it's gonna make or break your convention in the end. I mean, you're gonna have more people coming. or
social
more
media
coming.
will can
It
make or
will.
destroy anybody these days.
Instantly too. Like you do anything.
Take Rob,
how
for
many-
example.
How many celebrities you hear about? People are like, "Oh, I met him one time. He's a total dick. Like,
Yeah.
you
Well.
don't want to meet him in person." Yeah,
And it could have been just he was having a bad day, but it doesn't matter. That
Yeah,
one bad day,
word
and
of
it's all
mouth.
over Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So those are our thoughts on Dallas Comic Con. We're getting ready to go to the first break. But first, I am going to hit up the. Rob's not doing hell no this week. I'm doing weird crap we find on the internet.
Internet.
Let's go ahead and get a laugh
I can
in
do
before
like
this
a
con.
3-hour
Before we go to the
segment on
break,
that.
because we bashed Dallas Comic Con. What we did, but no, we're
Sorry,
doing it
Dallas
because
Comic-Con,
we
we
are
love you.
We
yeah,
are
we
fans,
appreciate everything you're doing.
and
I
we
love
want it
that
to be the best.
convention.
Thank you.
But yes, weird crap we
Oh.
find on the internet, and this one is a good one. A man in Taiwan decided to chop off his happy place
Oh,
I saw that. I saw that. Oh
after
my
an
gosh.
argument with his girlfriend. This comes from BuzzPatrol.com.
That's almost worse than the stuff Florida man does.
He went out drinking,
Yeah,
and
right? Oh God, Florida.
apparently he came home, and Rob, why was he pissed off at her again? I'm curious.
He came home drunk, and she was pissed off that he was out all night drinking and drunk and whatever. So his retaliation to get revenge on her was to grab a pair of scissors, lock himself in the
I
bathroom.
cut my wee off.
chop
You'll
his-
never see this again.
And okay,
No
so
more for you.
so to
Bad.
put the icing
Don't
on
do
the
it.
cake, though,
No more for you.
after doing this to himself, which I have no idea why somebody would.
those
I'm
wacky
doing-
Taiwanese.
What did he do,
Alcohol.
Rob?
He flushed it down the toilet.
What? Can you
Yeah.
reattach it? Wait, what?
It's gone.
Reattach what?
Sounds like
I ain't going in the sewer to find that
Damn.
thing.
Yeah, no. He,
But
Oh my god.
I'm trying to figure out because his rationale was he was doing it to punish his girlfriend.
He should have
But
said,
like that's
"Snip,
pain
I'll
for
punch
you.
screw you,
Yeah.
John Wayne Bobbitt."
You're never gonna feel that again. Like what?
She's
the
locked
heck?
outside. She doesn't
Oh
know
my
what he did. If he
gosh.
pulls up his britches unless he's bleeding, she ain't gonna. Well,
it's like, no,
like, I
sweetie,
can
this
get
is
that
gonna
somewhere
hurt
else.
you more than it hurts her. Trust
so
me.
anyway,
Yes.
yes, stupid things that people do. You know, I've tied a hell of a one on,
I can write a book.
And they
and at no point have I ever wanted to do that to myself. Especially if I'm mad at somebody else, I just
Why would you hurt yourself if you're mad at somebody?
exactly.
I'm mad at you.
you, so I'm gonna cut my
I
arm
cut it
off.
off.
It's like you've got this
Oh
backwards,
my
honey.
God.
However, the guy will survive, and the doctor said that the 3 centimeters he has left, he will be able to urinate. So,
Oh, that poor man.
3 centimeters.
but see,
Oh.
You got bigger
Tilt
problems.
head.
How old? Wait a minute. How old was this guy? He was
47.
Damn.
What a dumbass.
You still had some sex to do, homie. What?
I just want us all to sit here and think about that for a second.
I'm not thinking about it.
3
centimeters.
Hold on a second.
That's like a flap.
That is half an
Hey,
inch.
well,
Right?
well,
Like, my
he was
God.
he was Taiwanese, so he probably cut off the.
Hey, hey, asshole! Now you're doing what he does.
Only lost 50%.
Oh.
Is there any reason that you two just keep doing Asian
I-
digs? Because I'm
no,
gonna start.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna start cutting people up in here.
Like yourself.
God,
with
every
scissors.
time you
Yeah.
do it, I call you out. Ooh.
You leave me alone now. I cut penis off.
Oh.
Are you?
It's getting dangerous in here.
Anyway,
Yep.
I'm gonna get my.
That's why
Right.
Danger's
You
my
know
middle
what?
name's sister
I thought Danger was
and
your
my last name too.
Well, that's just repetitive, Professor.
Yes, it is.
Anyway, we are going to a break. We're going to come back with our spot, Picks Off the Rack. We're going to talk some nerd news.
Nerd news.
I want to thank Chaka. And
Thank you,
Chaka.
Chaka.
You guys going to stick around for the second half?
Sure. Yeah.
Word. We got some news to get to. So, in the meantime, guys, we're going to go to break.
Play
Catch
some-
about 10 minutes.
Play some funky music, white boy.
Shouldn't you be over here on the board for that order?
Yes, I should. I'll be
Anyway.
right there.
No. He'll break it.
All right. He's right. He
Bastard.
will break it. Anyway, no. We let's play a little. What do you want to hear, Chris? What do you want to hear?
Oh.
We need to get some more music up on here.
Polka.
Yeah, we want to hear a beer barrel polka, sir.
I actually think I have some polka here, but
Do you have screaming trees, sir?
no, we're going with some Adam Warrock, a little bit of
Okay.
Brian.
There you
What a
go.
war rock.
Lot
Can we hear
better.
some Shinedown or something?
Well, we need to give me the music. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
we're doing this.
Come
All
on,
right.
Motorhead, dude.
We're on a
Motorhead.
break, guys. 10 minutes. It is SCNS Live.
That's right.
Good job, Chris.
They say revenge is best served cold, so what's a woman to do if she's ever so bold? Lost a child and a husband on the same day. Gun pushed to the side of her head, blown away. But now she's out with a target on her back, so it's only right you know that first she fights back. Wakes up from slumber, wipe the sleep from her eyes. Yeah, his name's Bud. You don't wanna know why. Wiggle her toes just a little bit till she learns how to walk again. Got a plan. Let's define each of the deadly Viper assassination squad. Introduce them to their respective gods. Look, she found Bernita with the deadly material that she got from inside of that box of Kaboom cereal. Knife straight to her chest, the name's crossed off, son. And now it's on to the next one. No name, call her the bride. Keeps the steel right by her side. Keeps the list with the names of 5. Deadly Viper, in the men they call Bill. No name, call her the bride. Keeps the steel right by her side. Keeps the list with the names of 5. Deadly Viper, in the men they call Bill. Got a plane to catch in the house of blue leaves. Now she's got to deal with the crazy 88C. Silly rabbit, no tricks. Only swordplay and hand-to-hand combat. Huh. Now who wants that? Sophie lost an arm and that kid lost his head, and the other sang crying home to mom instead. Go, she's swinging with the wushu technique. Little girl really didn't look so deadly, but she is. So she's thinking of all she's lost thus far, years of time and a child of mine. So the death that surrounds her in the pools of blood don't matter, cause now she's so dead inside. And all you see is the homicide with the yellow jumpsuit, black stripe on the side on a motorbike. Checks her lists on who she needs to kill and left Sophie alive to tell Bill. No name, call her the bride. Keeps the steel right by her side. Keeps the list with the names of 5. Deadly Viper, in the men they call Bill. No name, call her the bride. Keeps the steel right by her side. Keeps the list with the names of 5. Deadly Viper, in the men they call Bill.
It's not my intention to do this in front of you. For that, I'm sorry. When you grow up, if you still feel raw about it, I'll be waiting.
Check it out. Revenge is best served cold, right? Goes like this. Man, I know you're gonna grow up. Little child, witness on the deck. So here's my advice. You train to be the best at one thing you do and use it like it's never going out of style. When I was little, yeah, I saw my mom fight. And I saw my dad drink. It turned out alright, cause I stayed up all night and kept the music loud. Trained till I developed my third sight. Cause I know you seen pain, I caused some of it. But what's pain if strength don't ever come from it? So get to the summit and watch them plummet. They never worked half as hard, the tank's running on empty. Just let the fire of the hate and the anger and the pain fuel the engine in the tank. Know what I'm saying? Someday you'll get your revenge in like a whole new way. My revenge is being the best. to me. Every single show I got the people straight reporting and recording me. Wanna tell the friends about my story. A little nerd who love to watch kung fu flicks. Trying new shades where I chew a toothpick, but my music's like the truth sticks. Every single time I ride around, I'm in your mind like Kubrick. Who's this? Just out of war ride, rocking on the beat, no it just don't stop. Now that I'm older, still I love the hip hop, and my revenge is that I'm sitting on top. Don't stop. My revenge is being the best. All the bullies and haters give it a rest, 'cause I stand tall and I pass the test. Take that rock salt right to the chest.
There is only one God, and his name is death. And there is only one thing we say to death. Not today.
You either win or you die, that's the price of the game. And we only pray to death by saying, not today. See the blade that I wield, that's Valerian steel. See the horse that I rode, see the banner I hold. Oh, win or die, that's the price of the game. And we only pray to death by saying, not today. See the throne that I sit, see my family tree. Because they say the winter's coming, this is how it has to be in the game. 5 children, scions of the frosty bite. Dire wolves that hunt in the thick of the night. House of Stark, winter fell, now the winter's come. King of the North, bow down, now war's on. They ride southwards, father's hand of the king. And bards sing great songs about his honor, though he sired a bastard. Who now guards the wall from white walkers, blue eyes and dead that rise after. One controls an army, one lives in the streets. One sits at home and dreams of a raven with 3 eyes, bad omens. So you can't sleep at night. The other sees her father's head on a pike. And if the temp drops till the people see their breath, no, the banner never fell when the winter claimed his death. Yeah, Lord Stark was the man who left a legacy. Winter fell too soon, so now he's just a memory. You either win or you die, that's the price of the game. And we only pray to death by saying, not today. See the blade that I wield, that's Valerian steel. See the horse that I rode, see the banner I hold. Oh, win or die, that's the price of the game. And we only pray to death by saying, not today. See the throne that I sit, see my family tree. Because they say the winter's coming, this is how it has to be in the game. And so I wouldn't worry the price that war's incurring, because the Lannister always settles their debts with a boy who slays kings and a queen that breeds monsters. A little prince sleeping with whores inside his bed. It's a dirty business, though crowns is on their heads and gold is in their hair and silver is in their safe. With an army of lions and fire that lights the sky till all you see is blood red staring back in your face. Cash rules everything around these kings. Sleep in the west with something heavy on your chest. As the prince who became a king, it's a secret we can't confess. So he rules with an iron fist, merciless, a hound at his side to do his dirty biz. Yeah, House of Lannister, riches from your wildest dreams. Double cross to keep succession of a king. And those pretty faces hide the ugly that's beneath the red king.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for round 2.
Round condos.
Ding, ding.
Finish it.
No, it is time for round 2 of the Nerd Show. We do a little something called the Super Cool. Well, no. First, we're doing our other segment.
Oh, we're gonna do.
Get your segment straight.
Where the hell are my comics?
I ate them.
We gave them to some poor children that needed comics, dude.
Children need.
By the way, guys, this is Picks in the Rack, sponsored by our friends at Lone Star Comics. Guys, check them out. Anyways, I'll start off since little Jason is getting ready to do his thing.
I will break a beer bottle off and stab you. I'm sorry, that was a little extreme. I'm sorry. That was
Jason, tell the nice folks the site where they could get some of the comics from Picks from the Rack.
The Picks from the Rack is sponsored by Lone Star Comics at 3100 Independence Parkway in Plano, Texas. Go over there, check out the guys Rick, Shay, and Freddie over there. They work hard, and we're actually going to be back over there next week. I forgot to mention that. We will
that's right.
We will be at Lone Star Comics. What is that? The 29th show for our new Comic Wednesday.
That's right, guys.
As usual. So, yeah, come and check us out. Come check out the store. They do gaming over there. Go to the website. What is it?
Okay, somebody just picked up my phone. That's weird.
Whatever.
That's weird. Phone just picked up.
What do you mean it picked up?
It answered without me answering it. Strange. Anyways, guys,
I did that in my mind.
mycomicshop.com for all your needs there at Lone Star Comics. That's where you got your new toy. Oh, and that's where I got my new toy too. I got a copy of Star Trek Tactics here. Some hero clicks. We're gonna play this later.
All right. So
we are nerds. That's
go
right.
ahead. Well, Rob. Okay. Chris wanted to start. Go ahead.
Okay.
Make it fast, Professor.
3 books this week. I also got a copy of course, the first issue of Comic Book Creator. Great piece on Kirby. Pick it up. Love it. Also got 3 books.
Quit eating your mic.
Oh,
back up.
Okay. We've got a brand new DC book, Green Team. Pretty much Teenage Trillionaires. It's
I went to go pick this crap up for you. What is this crap?
Okay, the whole concept is it's a group of teenage trillionaires who, well, find out that one of their members actually has some pretty cool tech, so they, I think, become superheroes. And it's tongue-in-cheek. It's really tongue-in-cheek. It's a teen book. It's rated teen from DC. Kind of a slow start, not too bad. One book that I would say is my super pick of the week. Before that, let's talk Blue Juice Comics, the Accelerators. New sci-fi time-jumping comic book involving a guy from the early 90s, kind of going to the future because they can't go backwards. And just a fun little sci-fi book.
Wait. They're going into the future because they can't go back?
Okay, because remember, time travel in this, it's more kind of like...
Kind of like what...
It's more like Stephen Hawking's time travel, not Quantum Leap. It's...
Back up off your mic, dude.
It's more Stephen Hawking.
I'm not adjusting the volume again.
Shut up, fool. Anyways. It's more Stephen Hawking's in the sense of that, in the theory of time travel, you actually can only go forward, you can't go backwards. So that's how the whole story begins.
All right.
Of course, there's a neat cameo here by Walt Flanagan, Brian Johnson, Brian Quinn.
Spoilers.
Mike and Ming from Comic Book Men right there in the mall. Also, they got advertising on the back. This book, I might pick up issue 2. I'm going to have to see it. I might just pick it up and look at it off the rack the next time. But the book I'm going to call my must-buy of the week is IDW's new book, Half Past Danger. If you could buy it,
I'm sorry for the confusion, but
we both got it.
Both you and Rob picked that this week.
It's
I didn't know who to give it to.
It's mid-40s adventure involving guns, dames, dinosaurs, and the Nazis. So it's got a lot of things I love. So and nothing like in the first few pages of the book, seeing basically army guys going to a little rat-a-tat-tat on dinosaurs here. So this is my pick. If you like pulp, that smells pulpy, you'll enjoy this.
That ain't pulp.
It's pulp.
I'm just kidding,
you dork.
Anyway.
Okay, Rob, you want to tell us?
Rob, what have you got?
Rob Boy, tell us about your books.
You had
Rob Boy.
You had a pick that I was that one. Go right ahead there.
Oh boy.
All right, I've got 2 books here by the same writer, Joe Casey.
I like Joe Casey work.
First one is Sex.
Well,
issue number 3.
Isn't Peter Kowalski doing
quick
art
question
on that?
here: Is that comic safe for all ages?
No, it is not.
That explains why it was in a plastic bag.
Behind the counter.
If you see your kid walking with this comic book, whoop him.
First of all, don't be buying comics called sex for your kids. Anyway. Wow.
That's not how you give the birds and the bees talk.
It's actually a really weird story. Well, this guy Joe Casey is pretty weird anyway.
Well, yeah.
But the story is weird in the fact that it's a guy who spent his time as a superhero, and he got to a point where he says, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just going to live life and, meet someone and blah, 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 run his company. I wasn't too crazy about it. The story,
really?
Yeah, the story kind of, it was just a kind of a lull. I guess they're setting up for something. I don't know what it is, but I really don't want to stick around to find out exactly what.
Well, you did kind of come in, but you came in at number 3. So
Yeah.
I would say that book does have a lot of gratuitous TNA and full frontal male nudity in it. So yeah.
Well, I mean, if
Not
that's
my book.
if that's all you're looking for, then
I
fine,
mean,
go ahead and get it. But I mean, like I said, the story is kind of.
And you picked one of my books also.
The other one,
yeah.
The Bounce.
The Bounce, number 1.
Okay.
Another weird story. Think of who would I say?
A bong-hitting Peter Parker.
Speedball on drugs.
Oh, wow.
Speedball is on drugs.
When he's not out.
I mean, his name
fighting
is
crime.
Speedball.
Yeah, when he's not out fighting crime, he's sitting on the sofa hitting the bong. His buddy's trying to tell him, "Hey, why don't you
Why wasn't
do
that
something
book
in
in
your
a
life
plastic
and
bag?
get a job and blah blah blah." There's also some secret government conspiracy going on in here about reality bending or alteration, and he seems to access it without the big machines that they have, just by doing a certain drug.
Shrooms.
No, it's
Acid?
It's actually a guy
GHB.
whose name is Fog, and he breathes him in.
Interesting.
And
Wow.
somehow,
So-
this
weird.
guy's body, this guy is the drug that pushes him over the edge
Okay.
and puts him into another reality. But I will say that this is a good pick. Bounce, yes. Sex, no. But
But
I'm
don't
not-
you need
nice.
bounce with sex?
well,
Are we really going to go into
You
that?
know.
God, Chris.
Hey, he set me up.
All right, Enasni,
where
what do you
jokes
got?
go to die.
Yeah.
Hey, leave me alone.
All right, I didn't really get a chance to actually read this. Except for like 5 minutes flipping through
It's
it.
a Tank Girl.
It's Tank Girl.
Yay.
I love Tank Girl. I love the movie. I love
Who doesn't love Tank
everything.
Girl?
Like, yeah, who doesn't love Tank Girl? If they don't love her, they're lying.
Pow.
Tarantino over there. But yeah, it actually it's going into something about Booga's left butt cheek.
Okay.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to flip through it and figure out what's going on. It's just,
We'll let you
they're
take that
kinda
one with
like,
you, and you can do a write-up for
Magic
it.
School Bus inside of Booga. It's
Well, I was-
interesting.
You said there's a magic school bus? What?
Kind of like Magic School Bus, and they go inside of Ralph's body.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I remember that.
Yeah, they kind of do that
Wow.
with Booga. So, I want to finish reading it now.
Okay, and we're gonna let you. Okay, so I got mine because I did get the New 52 Green Lantern number 20.
The final Jeff
This is the
Johns
departure of
issue.
Jeff Johns, who has had an awesome run on this book. And it's what's great about this. It's full of other artists and writers with DC saying their farewells to Jeff all through it. It's really touching. It's got Jim Lee, other artists contributed pages in here. You got a couple of there, but basically this is big events happen in this story, and we got this really cool Jim Lee drawn.
Oh, wow, man.
And
I
Jim
love
Lee
Jim
has a
Lee's
whole
work.
page of him saying, well, not a whole page, but it's chock full of everybody saying, just nothing but good things about
Oh,
Jeff.
yeah, man.
It's a shame he's going to be off this book because I've really enjoyed his run on Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Do we know what Johns is doing next? Have they talked about what his next
I
run?
read something briefly about it, but what we do, we in this book, it is flat out a huge battle. All the Lantern Corps. We see Hal and Sinestro back at it. It is big changes for Green Lantern.
Yeah.
I'm actually intrigued what they're going to do next because this is probably going to be a good. The next book is probably going to be a good jumping on point for fans. So if you want to get a good jumping on point for Green Lantern, go ahead and get this, and get what's coming out next.
I gotta say, I was mentioning too is about Jeff. He's done an amazing run, especially even with the new current run of post 52. It's been great, and introducing all new characters like Simon Boz and the whole Hal Sinestro kind of storyline they've been going with, and that it's amazing, and it's sad he's leaving. So
It is,
and
I really, really hope it's under good terms.
I got a feeling with Jeff it probably is.
Really,
Yeah.
these are some of the same people that fired Gail Simone.
But then hired her right
back.
back
Only because
whenever.
fans vote, like,
Yeah.
do a state.
Well, have you seen her Red Sonja run yet?
I'm excited. Has it come out yet?
Has it? I thought it
wasn't-
had.
I didn't know if it was out
Well,
yet.
if it
or not.
hasn't,
Yeah.
We'll wait for it.
The other one I picked up was IDW's Judge Dredd,
Nice.
number 7, mainly because I'm very picky and choosy on my Judge Dredd because nothing's going to add up to the 2000 AD stories and the old school stuff.
Oh, yeah,
So
man.
I've kind of actually missed Dredd. So I wanted to check this out, and while the story is bad art not bad art. I don't want to say bad art. Bad art I don't like.
Shoddy art.
It will, and the art isn't bad in here. It's just very, very, nothing jumps out at me.
Yeah.
But however, the story is good. I am going to stick with this one. I'll stick with the Judge Dredd line I did pick up number 1 too, just to check it out.
That's pretty much the U.S. They're calling what the U.S. run to kind of get U.S. fans.
Well, they had a lot of success with the Dredd movie, which y'all need to make a part 2. Don't be a fool. Anyway, but those are our picks for the week. Thank you, Lone Star Comics, for sponsoring this segment and providing these comics. But we have a disagreement between the three of us. I'm just go ahead and get that out right there. Next week, one of the anticipated books that I'm waiting on is Uncanny X-Men #1, which relaunches with an all-female team. Some of my favorites. You got Rachel Summers in there. You got Jubilee. You've got Storm, Psylocke.
Get 3.
You got Kitty Pryde. No, we're not getting 3.
Mohawk Storm. Very
no,
excited.
I'm not wasting money on 3 comics. I'm buying 1. So after this, but you know what?
Fight to the death.
I'm sorry.
Kill.
I'm sorry. I forgot who actually picks up the comics. Never mind. Argument's over.
That guy.
Oh, hey. There's somebody in our chat room that we miss.
Who we miss?
MC the cameraman's in the chat room. MC.
So he's finally showed up. Hello, sir. Welcome
he's
back.
been away, so how you doing, buddy? Good to see you again. Hurry up. He's talking in the chat room about something. But anyway, so yeah, that is our picks for the week. Thank you, Lone Star Comics, out there at 3100 Independence Parkway in Plano, Texas. And next week we will be there Wednesday.
Live show.
Wednesday, and of course, since it's New Comic Day, we start at 6 and end at 8, just so we can get them out of the store, so we're not there past the time they close the store.
Yeah.
It's kind of awkward.
Is there any comments in the chat room for us or any questions?
It looks like everybody's been having a lot of
jokes?
conversation with themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Talking amongst themselves.
They're talking
Have fun, guys.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Have at it.
Anyway, we are moving into the super cool
Well,
nerd
MC wants to know how we all
news.
are.
SCNS.
Who wants to know what?
MC wants to know how everyone is.
Oh, I'm fine. How are you?
All right.
You're sexy, and I know it. I couldn't resist. All right, let's open up the news hour, and I'm starting with because this is just awesome to me. If you couldn't tell by looking around the Xscape here, I'm a big fan of Legos.
Clearly.
I'm a big fan of Legos, and the one that I was trying to avoid for the longest time because I knew once I did it there was no turning back, are the Star Wars Legos because they're so cool. And so I got you like this little X-wing I got here? It's pretty cool. Let me actually put myself on a camera.
Yeah.
So I've got this X-wing here. Now
There you go.
anyway,
All right.
this X-wing is pretty cool. Like 500 and something pieces. It took a little bit to construct. Not a big deal. And then you've got this guy.
Oh, yeah.
This comes from Gizmodo.com. This gentleman
that's been everywhere.
has built, everybody's been sharing this today, a full-scale Lego X-Wing, which, okay, let me give you the schematics on this thing. Before let me see if I can. Okay, there, I got the picture on screen. But, this was 560 pieces. This thing is 5,335,200 bricks. As big as a real X-Wing in theory.
Can he
Since
sit in
X-Wings,
it?
huh?
Can he sit inside of it?
Yes.
I wonder if you can.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Because Legos are not known to be that structurally great as far as like human body weight.
Yeah.
But that many
Well,
of them, though.
Yeah.
But they
I think that would
actually,
hold
this
up
is
the
a
human body.
scale. Okay, here's a great picture right here of it next to this thing I have on my desk. So it is an exact replica, just with a lot more bricks. I'm trying to get the hold on because I never did see how long it took him to make this thing. Okay, it's 11 feet tall, 43 feet long, with a 44-foot wingspan. Holy crap! This. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here are the details. Let me go back over here to the camera. It contains like over 5 million Legos, weighs 45,000 pounds. Oh, we're just going to say 46,000. It's really close. And it took 32 builders, and they spent 17,000 hours, about 4 months to construct this thing. The engines also glow and roar. It's got sound effects. Of course, it doesn't. Oh, wait a minute. They actually transported this thing somewhere and put it in Times Square.
Wow.
I'd be afraid.
Fitting.
Okay, look, I don't like moving Legos to the other side of the room after I built them.
Yeah.
Pretty would just
So-
break. Someone would take some of it, or I don't even know.
They're taking this thing. It's freaking amazing. Go to gizmodo.com and check this out. It's just freaking awesome. I'm sorry, I had to get that one in.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I got a good one.
Go ahead, brother.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Anybody here? We just got off our comment segment. So I got a comic book story.
Oh my gosh, yes.
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 Okay.
Discuss.
All right. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, okay. I got to start this. All right. So let's just ask a basic question. Have you guys ever done any work to your house? Any remodeling? Anything in particular?
I moved furniture around.
You moved furniture
Yeah.
around.
That's about it.
Okay. When you move
Live in
things around the house,
apartments.
what's the most exciting thing you found in your house?
An old 64 game.
Oh,
Okay.
geez,
Underneath
All
the
right.
couch.
How
It was
about
underneath
you,
my
man?
couch.
Things when you moved around your house, most exciting thing you found?
Money.
Yeah, we found the 20 when we were moving. We were like, lunch.
I found a pair of string bikini underwear one time.
Not
But
even on
was it
ass.
yours?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
That's why I got that pink eye.
Exactly. Wait, did you have pink eye?
Well,
Ha ha! Very funny.
well, this is.
I've got your story up
Well,
here, Chris, so
let's talk about Dave
whenever you're ready.
Gonzalez. Dave Gonzalez is a Minnesota resident. When he was remodeling an abandoned house that he had only recently purchased in Elbow Lake, Minnesota, they were quite literally hidden inside the walls was Action Comics #1.
Whoa.
It was evidently being used along with some newspaper as insulation.
Oh, what the heck? What?
Yeah, yeah.
Gonzalez, not quite knowing the value of what had fallen into his possession, placed the comic online for auction. By day 2, the bid had exceeded $100,000 and was still growing.
Goodness.
But unfortunately, it wasn't all good news.
this
Sadly,
part
allegedly,
makes me so
Gonzalez got
mad.
into a bit of a row with his in-laws, during which time they got a little handsy with the book, says Gonzalez.
It's
They
been
got
used as
excited-
insulation. How good could it be?
They got all excited and tried to take it. The result, the comic tragically was torn.
Oh.
He said,
Just-
and I
Just
love
the
this
back
quote.
Cover. Just the back cover.
Just the back cover. They said that was a $75,000 tear,
Yeah.
according to an online auction house, Comic Connect co-owner Stephen Fischler.
Oh, somebody would lose a hand.
So,
Oh yeah, disowned. I don't care. Something.
Somebody-
Yeah.
Not talking
okay.
to you anymore.
Chop his pee-pee off.
Flush it down the
Flush it down
toilet.
the toilet.
flush that toilet. Sorry.
Oh no.
No.
No, you're
I
not allowed to throw. Wow, Earthworm Jim's head flew off. Cool. I'm taking it home with me.
I knew I
I
had
just
that
know,
over
like,
there for
as
a
soon
reason.
as someone reached for that, I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
Like, do you even realize?
No,
Yeah.
touching this?
no. It'd
What
be
you-
in a glass case
Yes.
with a rope around it.
I'd hire security guards.
Right?
Maybe those fancy lasers, and you know, like
Lasers.
I'll need security. I'll be sitting there with a shotgun just sleeping on it.
Exactly.
a couple of
What?
couple of Belgian shepherds around it,
It's
ready to
like,
take an
no,
arm
you
off.
don't. These are my
Dogs.
student loans, okay? Like,
Thank you.
Oh, man. So that
Imagine
is...
That
Someone
sucks,
on
man.
that,
But you know
right?
what? People need to get their ass kicked. Anyways,
Got
so
something,
No, I
Rob?
read that and I was just.
you got something, young Robbie? You want to use my iPad?
Well, I actually want to talk about the company that I always talk about that I hate.
Oh, here we go.
Which one is
It's
that?
it's one that you posted, Chris.
Seems to
UPS,
hate a lot of things.
Now,
Dunkin'
I
Donuts.
do. I hate a lot of things.
Sharks with laser beams.
you need a segment. It's just like things you hate.
He has a sound.
I do.
Rob hates the world.
Yeah, it
Rob
usually
hates
starts off like
everything.
this.
Oh, hell no.
Sorry,
All
I
right.
just wanted to get that in. Anyway.
Okay, we've got wonderful old EA.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh dear.
This cannot end well. Please
Say,
continue.
saying about how the Wii U's a piece of crap and we're not gonna make any games for it whatsoever.
Oh.
This comes from our friends over at GameSpot.com.
So
Yeah.
EA has gone from pissing off customers to pissing off the game maker.
Well-
the
Yeah,
guys
I
that
saw
make the
that.
consoles.
That's definitely a good one.
But I mean, honestly, yeah, I actually have to kind of agree with them. The Wii is a
The Wii-
crappy ass machine.
Well, look at it like this.
It's a different category than like your Xbox
Yeah.
or your PlayStation. Like it
Yeah,
really
If I
it
could
is.
just get Zelda from my Xbox, please.
Right.
Here's the thing, and I have to. I'm kind of on the bandwagon with this. The problem is Nintendo. Yes, they have kept playing with the same product, developing the same. Hashing out Mario.
They're no longer playing with power.
Yeah, no longer playing with power. That's right.
But they're still gonna get that money.
Oh wow, good. A great late 80s, early 90s
glad I'm not
reference.
on
Good
camera.
job, man.
Yeah. Now, as much as I hate to agree with them, Nintendo is stuck at least 15 years behind everyone else. But they do have the occasional good game.
Nice.
Well,
So,
I look at it like
wow.
this. This is what in essence, this is what the beginning of the end of the Sega of Sega's reign as a console maker.
Is this the death rattle?
Well, seeing that the only titles that Nintendo can get released on time are Mario, that's about it.
Smash Brothers.
Okay, Smash Brothers. We'll give them 2. Seeing that they've delayed Rayman. I think Rayman's supposed to be coming out this summer, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Rayman's supposed to come out this summer.
I don't believe
that was supposed to come out as a launch title. That didn't happen. Yeah, I got a feeling, and plus, I got a feeling that this could be the beginning of the end for Nintendo. If Nintendo isn't smart, if Miyamoto-san isn't smart and starts realizing that their gaming habits are changing, he hasn't realized that.
You know what? Chris,
what?
Put your running shoes on and get to the point.
I'm getting to the damn point. Shut up.
Every show I get that in.
Shut up.
What is this?
Snot rag.
That's it.
Ew.
That's it.
That's not a snot rag. I'm just kidding.
Still.
I'll wipe my butt with it. Anyway.
That's better.
Oh, you're gonna toss Logan at me now.
I ain't tossing one of my toys at you.
You better
Crazy.
not.
Oh, you're damn.
I'll throw a hard bone at you.
No.
That's his transformer.
Also, it's an expensive third-party transformer. Don't you touch it. Anyway.
Okay, move right along, ladies. What story do you have?
Enasni, you have a story you want to talk about?
Yeah, it was something.
We're just going straight to
Which
hell.
one?
I saw it was the school flyer about the preschoolers, or the elementary schoolers.
Go ahead. I'm going to try to find it.
Here, I'll bring it for you.
I saw it on Tumblr, and I also saw it on the SCNS live page. It was a school flyer that I think a preschool. Yeah, I've got it up here too.
Okay, you do. Okay, I'm trying to help.
Thank you, though. They said basically they told the parents they don't want them playing superhero or anything like that because it's too dangerous for the kids, and they're trying to keep kid-on-kid violence.
Well,
down.
is this thing I found an actual flyer?
Yeah.
That's an actual flyer.
Okay, let me skip over to this. Go right
Literally
ahead.
the Justice League with a giant no sign.
And this
The
comes
red
from
ad.
blaster.com, by the way. But,
Yeah.
But
what the?
I'm going to read you what it says. In all caps, parents, we need your help. With an exclamation point. Recently, it has been brought to our attention that the imaginations of our preschool children are becoming dangerously overactive, causing injuries within our pre-K community. Although we encourage creative thinking and imaginary play, we do not promote our children hurting one another. Wrestling, superhero play, and monster games will not be permitted here at blank blank. In addition, please monitor the different media that your children may view. The reenactment of television shows and movies are being done during playtimes at school. And it's like, you're telling...
That is a load of crap.
Yes.
Okay.
You're telling parents to restrict their children's imaginations.
Because you don't want them playing too rough. They're kids.
Suck it.
Yeah, seriously. We played Power Rangers. We played...
God,
everything.
Pisses me off.
Mortal Kombat.
We used to throw rocks at each other on the playground.
When I was in first grade, we had all-out wars between the girls and the boys. And I don't mean we were just like, you're stinky. I mean, we threw rocks. We had battles.
Wrestling.
This is crazy, though.
Kids are gonna do that. You cannot stop kids from roughhousing.
And don't tell me, if I, a couple years from now, don't tell me that I can't let my kids watch.
Put a kid in a pedigree
Batman.
one time.
Yeah.
My kid is gonna watch Batman animated series. I don't care.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. No superheroes. Well,
Yeah,
this school...
Monster.
That just made me
I'm
mad.
curious. What do they consider monster games? Are we talking like
This
The
school
Walking
just,
Dead?
You know what? This school just flat out sucks.
Then we're
is all.
playing zombies.
Yeah.
Don't let preschoolers go out there and pretend to be superheroes.
I mean, is Tag gonna be out or?
That's just way too
Oh, no,
imaginative.
air tag now.
I'm
Oh, yeah, I
going to
forgot.
quote George Carlin here and said, "This is part of the pacification of America."
Wow.
Yes.
And that's the one that you get for this show, okay?
I just feel like we're really babying kids and adults too much recently.
I mean,
soft.
Yeah, I've got a 5-year-old. He survived so far with,
I would jump out of trees with a blanket thinking it was a parachute.
Exactly.
Oh, you too?
That's
Right
how
on.
you
That's
learn.
how you get your first.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Yeah,
That's
Jason,
how you
tell us
learn.
about how you jumped off the roof.
Yeah,
You
tell
have
us that
Playing
story.
Batman.
You have to make mistakes. And
I'm
you
sure
have to
everyone's
hurt
heard this
yourself
story.
to
No one
learn
wants to hear it
Yeah.
again.
life, to learn
It's-
how to do experience life.
Like the Magic School Bus, like Miss Frizzle,
Yes.
she's like, get messy, make mistakes. I've
Exactly.
completely butchered that quote, but it's
Y'all are
essentially
really
what she
requesting
did.
this story.
growing up with
Okay.
the Magic School Bus, that's
Sorry, the people
what we
in
were
chat.
taught to do.
Exactly,
To
exactly.
get out there and experience life and just play around.
Do it.
Yeah, be
how you
children.
learn.
You can't pretend to be a superhero now. This is...
And that's
Okay.
what kills me.
Okay.
All right, well, I got one from superherohype.com. We can expect a new Star Wars animated series coming in the fall of 2014, and the new animated series will be called Rebels. Production has begun. It's an all new animated television series set to debut on Disney XD in the fall of 2014 as a 1-hour special telecast. And of course, we'll have our traditional
This is Star
30-minute.
Trek?
This is Star Wars.
Oh, Star Wars. Okay.
Since they canceled the Clone Wars, so they could move into all this. But of course, it's on Disney XD.
Of course.
Does anybody get Disney XD on their
Which,
cable here?
speaking of Disney XD,
Maybe.
we got
Dude.
Avengers Assemble coming out this weekend.
It's
So-
free right now on iTunes.
I know, but I'm saving myself.
Okay.
I want
Such
to
a
be.
TV
I want to be
virgin.
I'm
pure.
saving my weekend for Arrested Development. That's what I'm waiting for.
Well, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
this is
Yeah.
early morning, and
Yeah.
this
Right
is
on.
in the evening.
Right on.
So yeah, it will be coming from Lucasfilm Animation, and if you're attending Star Wars Celebration Europe, you'll get an exclusive look at the series. So we'll keep our eyes out for that. I'm excited. I enjoyed all the animated Star Wars series pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The
I actually
CGI,
haven't watched
the
any of
Clone Wars one, not so much as the stuff that Jenny Tarkovsky did back in the what?
Well, that's because that man's a genius.
He
in
is.
animation.
Yeah. No, he can do no wrong.
Exactly.
No wrong.
The
No
Mace
wrong.
Windu episode was my personal favorite out of that one, where he beat up a whole squad. I actually accept that as the break between part 2 and part 3. It just made more sense.
Yeah.
I love
I
when
can see that.
Grievous turns around like to battle Windu, and Windu's like, and then that's why you forgot.
You have to realize why you get
Made
to
sense.
either when he's wheezing.
Yeah.
He just-
if you didn't watch that, you just think, okay, what?
I love that part. He breaks out all 4 lightsabers. Windu's like, to hell with this! All right. Well, you got one, Danger? Go ahead.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Now kids. We
Oh, wait a
don't-
minute. Oh, no. It was Chaka's turn.
Oh,
I'm
Chaka,
sorry.
please, would
Oh,
you like to
okay.
do
Go right
something?
ahead. What did you have?
Yeah.
You're our guest.
If you want to head over to themarysue.com on page 2,
Oh, I do like the Mary Sue.
basically nerdy little girls have been taking over the
Oh,
internet this week.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, no, okay. First of all, there was the little girl who cosplayed as Stan Lee.
Oh yeah.
And there is
awesome.
she was
Her.
perfect. She
She
was
was so
amazing.
adorable.
Just
So
and then
adorable.
she actually got it looks like a Froggy Picks picture with Stan Lee.
Is that the one I'm looking
Aw.
for right now?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's on page 2. It should be like real up close to the top.
Okay, hang on. I'm
Dang
going
it.
to it now. But yes,
Yeah,
if you
it's-
have not seen this,
It's
oh.
so cute. It's everywhere. It's on Fashionably Geek as well. Like this little girl, just best Stan Lee cosplay ever.
Found it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So that there was her, and then there was the 4-year-old who was
This
riding in
is
the car.
Yes.
Right?
Oh my gosh. She can
But,
school like anybody.
Yeah, there's this 4-year-old girl who's riding in the car. If you scroll on further down that same page, she's riding in the car with her dad, and he's just quizzing her about Marvel trivia, and he's like, "Who's Thor's brother? You know, who's this
Oh,
person?
I can't.
Who's that
I won't be
person?"
able to play the video.
Oh, I've
Yeah,
I
but
saw that.
It's
Yeah.
so cute. Like this little girl, I mean, she's just blowing that whole fake geek girls debate out of the water.
And
This
she's
chick is
4.
4 years
That's gonna be
old.
my daughter
Can you
right there.
imagine
Yeah.
when she gets to be like 16, 17,
Exactly,
18?
exactly. And she's so happy about it too. She's
That
just
is-
rattling everything off.
I saw that picture of that kid on the floor of the con.
Yeah.
Oh, and the room just explodes with, oh my God, so cute, totally adorable. Parenting,
If
you're
I
doing
had
it
seen
right.
that, I would just. Ugh.
And
Okay,
then there was a little board queen too.
yeah,
At
that's
Dallas
Reese.
that was
Thomas
our
Reese.
friend Reese. Right?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
Reese.
that was
Wow.
But
And I've just been
no.
like little girls just taking over the internet this week.
I'm
man.
I'm waiting. When Reese turns 18, I'm gonna punch her.
Ooh.
She got me with the whole handshake and did that.
Oh.
I
was
dig
like,
her
she's a
style.
Little girl.
Day she turns 18,
cool.
I'm gonna get my. Oh!
Dude, you might want to watch. Her mom might kick your ass.
I'm
dude.
just kidding.
Her mom
No.
will.
Reese
She
is
probably would.
Reese is the kid that makes me feel bad about my life at my age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, her costumes are already so good. I was
know.
like, the first time I saw her, I was like, who is this girl?
Yeah, I was like, who's this amazing? Who makes your costumes?
Yeah.
Oh, we make them.
Well, you know, the thing is, it's
Crazy.
almost every time I see a little girl at the con with this amazing costume, I'm like, yeah, that's Reese.
Yeah.
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 It's almost
Yep.
always is.
Yeah, I thought she was the what's that alien guy?
Bork
Mars
Queen.
attacks.
Yeah, the Mars
Yeah.
Attacks guy. I thought that was her
Oh,
too.
oh.
I was like,
I saw that. I saw that
Are
one
you
upstairs.
Reese?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, she's Borg Queen today. You're not Reese.
unless there's 2 of you.
The kid superstar of local
She closed
cosplayers.
herself.
Yes, you are right, Zatanna. Go ahead, Danger. You got one?
Yeah, let's talk about a pretty big event that happened here on earlier this week. That's right, kids. Microsoft came out and announced their brand
Oh,
new console.
Oh, I
The
was
Xbox
going to talk about that
And,
one.
and here
we go.
Here's the part where we extend the show like 30 minutes.
Right?
Here comes the Venom.
We're gonna get to the point quick. Okay.
This is going to be a
Now
discussion.
I'm a little bummed because
'Cause
I like to play my titles in backward compatible mode. Unfortunately, the Xbox One is not going to be backward compatible. Kids.
Strike one.
Strike one. Of course, The Verge reports that the Xbox One will not be backward compatible with current titles. That's according to Mark Whitten, the vice president of Xbox Live. Also, now there are some good bits of it. The device is going to be loaded with a Blu-ray drive. Finally.
Big whoop.
Has nothing to do with games.
2007 called.
I know, exactly.
I honestly, it has nothing to do with games.
Right.
There's truly nothing good about that machine. But
yeah.
E3's coming up, so I'm hoping.
I would say.
I'm just gonna, in case anybody didn't, because the nerd world was on fire when this thing released, but this thing looks boring.
Looks like a VHS player,
It
man.
looks like a Betamax player. It's so bad.
Is this thing
it's huge?
It reminds me of the Obelisk from 2001, and believe me, I am not feeling the. Okay, I'm not. This thing.
You're not throwing bones at it or anything?
I may throw something at it.
My main issue with the system right now, from what I've heard and what I saw, is the not backward compatibility, but the used game issue.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
one of those.
Long time.
Rob, you have been very vocal about this week. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
You want to talk about people throwing things? I mean,
yeah.
Like my main issue with that is I was on the phone with one of my friends earlier today talking about it, and if I go out and buy whatever Borderlands 3, cross your fingers, and I want to,
I'm crossing them.
I want to let my friend borrow it because they haven't bought it yet. They're short on money. They still have to pay $30 to play it because it's technically a used game.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's not okay.
We had us a little reenactment of that. Rob, would you like to?
No, what they're saying is if you lend it to your friend, they can play on their account in your machine. No mention of how many times, so they may give you 3, 4, 5, whatever. But after that, if they want to play the game, they have to pay what they believe is full retail price of the game. So they've got to pay $60 to get some code to put in and play this game again.
Now,
It's like,
buying
guys,
the
same game again, but only having one disc.
Oh,
Like,
we got one thing from the chat room. The always on thing, that's no longer a thing anymore.
yeah, it has to be on the internet
Sony-
every 24 hours.
Yeah, there is that, but it doesn't have to always be on. I think Sony and Microsoft were both trying to lean towards that, but honestly,
No.
what?
So, Sony is not doing the always on.
I thought they were talking about it.
They
Okay.
never
See
wanted
Sony's
to.
stock spike?
Yeah. Anytime you release your competitor releases their machine and your stock rises,
There's
you're
a
clearly doing
problem.
something right.
There's a
Yeah.
problem.
Okay, and plus, now I mean there are a couple of positives about it. Like the PS4, the Xbox One is going to be 4K, which nobody has 4K TVs yet.
I'm sorry.
Anyone?
What?
Right?
Do you have a 4K TV?
No.
Anyone? Bueller,
Maybe
anyone?
up
Anyone?
there.
Anybody want to buy me a 4K
5
TV?
years.
It's
I
also
know,
going to be,
right?
of course,
By the time I can
it's going to be
afford a 4K
it's going to be 3D
yeah.
compatible
Xbox
right out
Two.
of the box.
We're going to start a Kickstarter to get us some freaking
Xbox
4K
1.5.
TV.
Yeah, I want a 4K. I need about 10 grand at least. Yeah.
We could use one here in the studio right there, so I can Actually, that would be just something to help me not do work in here. So
Exactly.
that's why I don't have a TV in here.
Basically, what I've gotten out of the system so far is it's a $500 machine to watch TV on.
Yeah. I
to
can't.
be
Let me
able
find
to
the
talk
quote
to
from
it.
Britton Peel. What did he
Here's
say?
a
in
quote
that
from me. Where are the damn games?
Like, I mean,
I
Oh,
just
what?
want to know.
E3 will probably they'll announce some games, but they should have announced it with the launch of the system.
Yeah, I'll look at it like this. COD. They did reveal. They did show some first clips from COD
Oh,
Ghost, and I'm thinking
Bro box.
Oh,
Yeah, the bro, let's game, bro.
you can play a dog.
Done.
That's cool. Anyways,
I was
yeah.
excited about Halo.
Really?
I love Halo.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I love Halo.
The only positive thing that came out of that event was Spielberg announcing that he is going to be directing a Halo series.
Directing, I heard he was just going to be producing.
Or producing, yeah, but
See, I just don't know why I'm supposed to care about that.
For me, it's like Halo's it's so played out.
I'm
Yeah.
the Master Chief.
It's like, all right, bro.
Like I get
Sweet
it.
Xbox.
Hey.
I mean,
Look, all right.
I'm not the Master Chief.
They,
I played 'em,
they
I
may knock
liked
the
it,
game,
it's
but
like,
I
okay,
think
Yeah.
Halo is one of
You
the
know.
best games that Xbox has. It's
a
the
guy
only
thing.
reason why
It's
I
honest.
want to
It
It is
play
not a
Xbox.
guy game. Hey,
Katana says it's a guy thing.
It's a
to why
guy.
it's still good. I'm saying I liked the games. I played them, but I'm done.
yeah.
I want to move on to other games. Right
okay.
now.
Anyway.
I understand the hype over a live action show, though. I mean, any game that I'm a huge fan of, if they're gonna do something live action, then
There we
yeah,
go.
I
Oh, yeah.
love it.
I watched Forward Onto the Dawn and I loved it.
I'll have to give it a look.
Oh, you know, I didn't watch the whole thing. I
Forward
watched
Onto
the
the
first
Dawn. Yeah, I
episode.
believe it's
Forward
on
Unto
Netflix. Dane, do you have anything else to add to that
Oh,
story? Because
well, let's see.
we got to hurry up and.
yeah, I know we do. What was it? Britton Peel said.
Oh,
My buddy
Zatanna
from Dallas
agrees.
Morning News or from DallasNews.com. He says, yeah, they're basically saying the TV is going to be the center of my room. I'm like, really? Honestly? Seriously? I look at it like this. Yeah, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with anything I've seen it so far. I mean, we will get a better look at titles at E3 along with PS4 as well.
I wish I could go to E3.
I'm probably going to be sitting
Seriously.
out this. I'm gonna probably sit at least the first year of this console generation because I'm just fed up with them.
I'm just
I
broke.
think
I
that-
can't buy
Yeah,
it.
no.
I think that is the general
But you're
consensus
broke,
with these
why would you go
machines.
with
I'm
Yeah.
fed up with them. It's like, okay, that's great, that's nice.
I've got my
Okay.
Xbox 360, my
they
PlayStation
haven't-
3, and the stuff before up to 60.
They haven't shown us anything that makes me want to leave my 360. So
I'm good with my
Yeah,
Or my
that
PC.
was my thing with
And my
it. Like
PlayStation
nothing
3.
in that presentation made me feel like, oh, maybe
Yeah,
we
I
should
need
get
to spend $500
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah, I've actually seen articles after that release about people saying, I want to get a 360. Because they're rushing to get them now.
So, and Rob, you had something about this Xbox One, really? Xbox One. That's.
Seems a little backwards. You're gonna go
yeah.
from 360 to a
I
1.
mean,
You know?
we already had
No,
the first
see, what-
Xbox.
The
what-
one
Yeah.
as in unity of everything.
Xbox 720.
So
It's
it's
right
720.
there.
You know?
Yeah.
Wasn't that in real
You know
steel?
how much people would have made fun of that too, though.
Yeah, wasn't that?
It
Yeah,
just,
that was
just take the number and just keep doubling or just adding 360 to it. But what they did was they
We're
went
using
back in
square roots
time,
in a couple years.
got the first Xbox and brought it back to this time, and now here you go.
They should have just
Xbox
left it
One.
like an Xbox and a word instead of a number.
Exactly, like the
Like Xbox.
See, PlayStation
Xbox
did it right.
Or
Duh.
something.
362?
the remix,
Yeah.
something.
Ah.
PlayStation did it right. They just did PlayStation and it's a,
3,
what do you call the next
4,
one? 2?
10.
Okay. And before 3 came out, they had like freaking PlayStation 10 commercials. I
I
remember
mean, at
That.
least that way you can keep them straight.
Yeah.
You know, like what are we going to be looking forward to in 10, 20 years down the road? The PS15.
You're just going to take the game and slot it into your head
Yeah.
and just
Dude,
play
come
that
on, no.
way.
Virtual reality. I want virtual reality games, except I don't want to end up like Lawnmower Man.
One funny thing that happened after the presentation was over, I was hanging out on Facebook, and I was, I didn't watch the presentation, but I was reading, Twitter and everything that was
You could pretty
happening.
much get the
and-
entire presentation
yeah,
from
for the
social
most
media.
part, and I was just like, not all that impressed. So I updated my Facebook, and I was like, not impressed, Xbox. Literally, this happened at like 12:36, 12:37. Some guy posts on my Facebook and is like, I mean, do you even play games? Like, if you were a gamer, there'd be nothing for you to not like about this console.
jeez,
Like,
here
oh,
we
do
go.
you want to open up that can of worms?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, crap.
And like, I'm just watching my friends just go in on this dude,
I
just
sat there
like
watching it like,
piling
oh.
on, and I was just
And-
like, 1 minute. It took
And I don't just
1
let
minute.
anybody onto the show, guys. These are true blue nerds here.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh my God.
I mean, my
I
guy
know
used to
you
put me to
posted something
sleep.
funny one day about that you were sitting there like half in a Moxie costume playing
Oh yeah.
Borderlands 2.
I got home from some convention and I didn't.
What the hell,
I got
man?
too lazy. I was like, I don't want to take my makeup off, so I just took the jacket off, threw on my Ellie's Garage shirt that I bought, and I was just playing Borderlands for like 3 hours with my Moxie makeup and wig on.
And then you had a moment of
Interesting.
realization, and you were like,
What have
Anyway,
I done with my
okay.
life?
Okay,
Nerd.
we're moving. Rob, what have you got, man?
I ain't got nothing.
You got nothing? Anybody? Well, we got actually two stories that are kind of intertwined with each other because we're talking about the CW.
oh no.
Which one do you want to read?
Well, I mean, I've enjoyed Arrow this season. I have.
I haven't watched it, but I only just got into
It's worth it.
We
actually
watched the
liking
first few
Green Arrow.
episodes.
I'm into
Injustice.
Arrow. If you had told me that I'd be remotely enjoying Arrow, I'd have called you a liar. But
Liar.
I'm waiting for that boxing glove arrow.
Yes.
and then I'm out.
I want to see you stop watching.
Dude, I have said it before. As soon as he throws a boxing glove arrow, the TV goes off, and I'm walking away from it.
Really?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't care if it's a joke. I don't care. I'm out. But anyway,
we want to bet some money on that.
they are teasing that there will be more street level DC heroes. Of course, they've already suggested Nightwing making an appearance,
That
which
would be cool.
I can't wait for. He's a perfect choice. They've already been to Bloodhaven,
Yeah.
so let's go ahead and get us some Nightwing in there. But Colton Haynes has teased there will be more DC heroes on the show.
Good.
Ace, he actually quote said a few of the most important DC characters are going to be coming to Arrow and quite possibly working in a team together. So take that for what you will.
Justice
But that's from Colton. That's
Roy
from Colton
Harper, Roy
Haynes,
Harper.
who's Roy Harper on the show,
Roy Harper.
and of course it's Speedy and everything. But we're going to be getting to that. I mean, we've got Laurel on there already. She can become Black Canary, but
Yes.
But the thing is, they're leaning towards heroes without powers. Laurel definitely has powers.
Yeah,
So-
there's no doubt
They're-
about that.
They're
Yeah.
working the same Smallville angle where you can't have these outrageous powers. They want to keep this a certain level.
We've
They want
spoken
done
about
this
this.
way.
Yeah.
So
But we've gone into details about this. But this is coming from a person that's on the show. Take it for what you will. He knows basically what the writers tell him.
all right.
And But anyway, so Chris, did you had one more about another show?
Oh yeah, let me get back there.
on the CW. Do you need me to? I'm going to go ahead and bring it.
That's what I'm looking for. Hang on a second. Where is it?
You're supposed to be ready with this kind of stuff. Did you have another story you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Go to your other story. I'll go to this one real quick.
Let me find it.
Go ahead and find.
Start the story.
Okay. But CW has revealed.
Oh, I got it.
Hurry up.
Found it quick, didn't you?
Okay, so CW has got their fall lineup already. We talked a little about this last week, but they revealed why a certain hero show is missing from it. Of course, there's been a lot going around. A long-developed Wonder Woman pilot called Amazon. It's nowhere to be found on the fall mid-season slate. The CW is quickly becoming the place for the genre.
No, don't say that.
What?
Thank God. The CW ruins everything.
CW.
And I say that
Well,
as a
not
person who used to
everything.
work at the CW.
Okay.
They ruin everything. Everything is pretty sparkly.
No, Fox.
Even
ruins
Nightcap
everything.
News. They
We don't
went-
talk
they went
about
down.
Fox.
Yeah, we don't know about Fox.
Anyway, go ahead,
We don't
Danger.
talk
Go
about
ahead.
that.
Get this out. Go ahead.
Okay, so Amazon is nowhere to be found on the fall or mid-season slate. The CW is quickly becoming the place for genre shows. So it's the holdup, according to a network head. They're still actively working on the pilot. They've even hired a new writer to retool the script. They want to. They said they are preparing to pilot it off cycle should the script be what they want it to be. We don't want to produce something that doesn't work for that particular character. It is the trickiest of all the DC characters to get done. So, yeah, there is a possibility. Yeah, we might get, Wonder Woman or Diana,
Because
doing
clearly
Amazon.
NBC did not do it right.
I don't want it if Joss Whedon doesn't do it.
Yeah.
No.
Wonder Woman has to spend.
Joss stays right where he is.
No, I don't trust anybody else with Wonder Woman.
Well,
honestly.
that's
I really
you're going to have to get over it because Joss is
I'm
staying.
not gonna get over
He is
it.
staying right where he is at Marvel. 'Cause
God.
Marvel's just letting him run slipshod.
Yeah, dude. They're letting him do whatever he wants, and I'm glad.
That's true.
What?
Yeah,
What
dude.
about Singer?
Hell
Hell
no.
with Singer.
Dude, he screwed up Superman. He screwed up Superman now.
All right, calm down.
He screwed up Superman.
You know what? You know who they should put on it? Because, one reason I heard Jeff Johns was leaving DC. Supposedly Jeff Johns submitted a script. And don't take this with a grain of salt. Supposedly he submitted a script for Justice League, which they did not go with. And I don't care. I don't even need to read it. If I know Jeff Johns wrote it, I want to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like, take
I
my
think
money.
I've heard there was a bit of a falling out. I don't know. Don't take it for what it is, but it seems a pretty good time to make your departure if they scrap your script. So
True.
and look, Marvel turned over their property to Joss Whedon. It was successful because Joss has written he has a huge credibility list.
Oh yeah.
So does Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns was a smart choice. So Warner Brothers is dropping the ball here. So that's my piece.
Warner
on that.
Brothers and DC are just dropping the ball on a lot of things, though.
Yeah.
We mentioned it.
You don't want to get me ranting on that.
Well, we mentioned it before. They do better animated projects than they do live action
Absolutely.
DC animated
projects.
Yeah.
universe
It's-
is
Yeah.
the
I will
greatest.
say,
Way better than Marvel.
I will
animated
say this:
universe.
Yeah.
I am holding out some guarded hope for Man of Steel. I am hoping up some very, very guarded hope for it.
I mean,
I have an
go into
announcement
it with an
post-show.
open mind.
I am,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I do have an announcement kind of a pre-announcement of an announcement. So we'll get to that later.
Okay, but yeah, absolutely. Oh,
We got like 10 minutes left.
Jason,
If anybody-
can I give a quick review for a film?
No.
What film?
One that we've, I think, already seen.
Okay, go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
I don't want to hear it. I have not seen the film yet.
Okay,
Don't
so
talk about it.
you know
give a
what?
quick-
Actually, no. Actually, we're waiting for that until next week because we're going to discuss that with Rick. Rick Cromack. So you have to go see it. Well, you're not
Go
gonna-
see it this weekend.
So anyway,
Yeah,
we will.
what movie is it?
That will be next Wednesday. We'll
Star
be
Trek
talking
Into
about Star
Darkness.
Trek
Oh,
Into
okay.
Darkness,
Seen
and
that.
like I said,
Not-
we are going to be at
'Cause
Lone Star next week.
I will say it this way.
your reviews are a spoiler fest.
No, I'm not
Keep
giving
quiet.
a spoiler.
Yes,
I'm
they
not giving
are.
a spoiler. I'm just going to say.
Yes, they are.
It's an excellent film. I'll
Okay.
say it that way.
We'll
Excellent
talk
film.
more
You
in
won't
depth
enjoy it.
about it next
Go
week
see it in
with
3D.
Rick.
Quicksilver's going to be in the Avengers too, apparently.
Yeah.
Actually, they announced Quicksilver for Days
Quicksilver
of
and-
Future Past.
Well, it says
No,
it's supposed to be in
Quicksilver
both.
and Scarlet Witch are
Okay,
going to be in Avengers.
let's talk about that. Fox has Quicksilver now. They've announced an actor playing him in Days of Future Past. Joss Whedon has said that he wants to use Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch in Avengers. That's a problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Nerd fight.
No, Fox owns the rights to mutants. I know it's a bit hazy because more of Quicksilver's appearances have been in Avengers comics.
If Fox is smart, they will say, "What is the last one?
License.
$2 billion? Yeah, let him use him. Just give us some money."
But they already have it. They already have an actor for it. So I mean, we've kind of seen Quicksilver in the Wolverine movie. Anyway, moving on.
Why would you bring that up?
Huh? What?
Because it did have cameos, and I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I depressed myself thinking about that movie.
Yeah. You know how much I cried because of what they did to Gambit.
What they did to Deadpool?
Oh, don't
Oh
even.
my God.
I pretend that didn't exist.
I
blocked that
it was
part
a
of it
continuity
out of my
nightmare.
memory.
Then the whole Weapon X, Weapon 11.
No,
Wait,
no,
no.
No, wait, no. Stop.
We're cutting.
So,
we're done with
moving
that.
on. Moving on. I got one more. Did anybody else have any other stories? Because we are moving to the last 10 minutes. We need to get our plugs in and everything. But
Okay. One last one.
Damn you!
This is for the.
Didn't you
nerd
already
girls
get
out there.
one? Don't I get another one?
I want to give one more. It's actually a really neat story I just found.
Suck.
How many Xena fans? Xena. Okay. Great little story here from
I'm
Blaster.com.
more of a
Apparently,
Gabrielle
Lucy
fan.
Wallace went out to the Twitterverse. She basically had some posts went up basically talking about red tape with with Xena. She says she had an interesting interesting call from a chap who wants to reinvigorate the Xena brand. Not sure who she's talking about. We don't know if it's rumor, but you never know. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I liked Hercules.
Hercules, I love Hercules.
Still one of my favorites.
Tweet today and was
It's on
just like,
Netflix.
I just realized something. I didn't realize this.
What?
Enasni's wearing green.
Yeah, you didn't realize that? I'm in space.
Oh my god! And Aussie in space.
Aw, that's hilarious.
This entire show.
I
even
just looked
said
like she's
that.
wearing a black shirt.
I even
Can't
said
see my
that.
hand through.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it looks awesome.
Oh
That is so
God,
funny.
I'm so sorry. I forgot about that
She
totally.
looks like she's displaced. It's kind of cool.
My bad. Anyway,
Oh, we're not in space anymore. Now I'm sad.
last one. I got one more before we go to
Tell us one more.
rumor from one of my favorite licenses, Transformers. We've getting a lot of news from that, of course. Michael Bay's back on board, but we are getting rumors that new Autobots and Decepticons will appear, and one of my personal favorites, Dinobots.
You gonna start doing your Grimlock voice?
There's been some. Yes, me Grimlock.
Grimlock.
I wonder if we'll ever get RC.
We've had RC.
We've had RC?
Yes.
That's maybe after I stopped
We
watching.
kind of had a horrible version of RC.
Yeah,
but-
I stopped watching after like 2. I was like,
Yeah,
I'm done.
the last one I watched was 2, so maybe that's...
let's face it, 2 is a crap fest, but 3,
Yeah.
3 made up for it. Anyway,
I just couldn't
Really?
work up the
Really,
strength
Jason, really?
to watch.
To hell with you all.
I
Because
couldn't
the-
do
to
it.
hell with you all.
Constructicons with the.
That was 2. That was 2.
That was 2.
That was 2.
That's why I stopped watching. 'cause
See?
That was
Yeah.
just plot
Yes.
hole, plot hole,
I'm
plot
getting
hole,
my-
plot hole,
getting
plot
my
hole.
shit
Oh, hey,
mixed
look
up.
at that. No.
Can I point
Yeah.
out? I'd like to point out
Plot
the
manhole.
biggest plot hole with Transformers 2. They needed a piece of the Allspark could have brought Optimus back, right?
I told you that.
Yeah. What did Megan Fox's character have on her when she went to see Sam in his college? She
Allspark.
had it the whole time.
Dumb.
That was a
Chick.
huge plot hole. Gaping.
I don't want to talk about Megan.
Like
Ah,
the
goddamn.
like the space
Yeah.
between her
Talking about Megan
bosoms.
Fox makes you think about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, there's oh man.
Oh my god!
I just
They're
saw
like,
some
she's
anger there.
April. We're gonna put her in a yellow jacket.
How the hell did she get that
works.
job?
It doesn't work.
Actually, we
Michael
have
Bay,
we have a couple
we
of thoughts on
know,
how
we
she
know.
got that job.
We know how she got that job.
We all
Yeah,
know.
it was
it's
Especially
not
since
her
he fired her and was like, I never want to work with you ever again.
And then suddenly,
job. They're working together again.
So okay. I did have crap. I had something to give away.
well, I
Give
stole
away.
Why are we giving away stuff? No one enters a contest to get the stuff we gave away before.
I'll get
Aw.
it.
We got more stuff.
What I am giving away is
stuff.
some original Michael Champion artwork. I'm
Oh, I
choosing
love
through,
him.
These good
I'm
people.
choosing
We like it.
through,
Yeah,
let's
he's always
see.
so
Oh, we don't
nice.
get to pick this time.
No, y'all don't get to. Y'all picked last time.
You want to let the ladies pick?
We should pick.
Yeah,
Let
sure.
let our special lady friends here
pick.
pick.
Yay!
Let the women pick.
Okay, fine. I'll let
Let the
them
women-
pick. Here, I'll hand
How
this
many
over
are we
to you.
picking?
And
How many
this week,
The women's.
let's
I
see.
like the women's.
Let's see. What am I going to make you do this week?
Has anyone
okay, you've had
emailed
to
for
have-
the Hulk art? Or the
you've
Superman?
had to have
Yeah,
watched the show.
Definitely Batman.
Okay, definitely Batman. Okay.
Oh no, wait. Did we? How many are we picking?
Okay. Then, okay.
Just one.
Just one?
Just one?
Just one.
Oh,
Okay.
one. Okay.
The way to
You
win
only
the
get
artwork
one.
this week. The way to win the artwork this week is you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go back. You have to watch the show, but you're gonna have to send the specs of the Lego X-wing to my email. My email is jasonthex, Jason THEX at untitledscns.com. I want the full specs for the large size Lego X-Wing.
I did too.
I want the length,
Yeah.
the height, the wingspan,
And the width.
and how many Legos it took to build it.
And the weight.
And the weight.
Don't
Give me
forget
that.
the weight.
So you're going to have to go back in the broadcast or find it online. And this week they have chosen what our artwork is going to be. Let me go and switch over to this camera. The artwork that we'll be sending to you is this original Batman piece by Michael Champion, signed by the artist himself. So that's the way you win. I ain't repeating it. You have to watch the show.
Should we show them the other 2 pieces that no one has entered for?
You know what? I'm actually going to I'm going to give those contests. You're going to have to go back and watch the old shows if you want those pieces. But if nobody claims it by next week, I'm just going to go put those back in.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds
in
good
the
to me.
hopper.
That works.
All right. So anyway, let's see announcements because we got like 3 minutes left of this show. Next week we are at Lone Star Comics in
That's
Plano,
right.
Texas, 3100 Independence Parkway. Show starts at 6 that night, ends at 8. Come by and see us. I think they're going to be gaming in the store. We're going to be talking about the new comics that week from in the store this time.
And bring your 20-sided die, too.
We'll be talking to Rick about Star Trek Into Darkness.
That's right.
And also, here's my announcement. We actually are partnering with Lone Star Comics.
That's right.
But in the near future, we are going to be giving away passes. Wait a minute. Which camera am I on? We're going to be giving away passes to the Man of Steel. Yes, free passes. How can you win? Well, you're going to have to watch the show. We're going to be making those announcements on the Facebook page, so they need to go and like us on the Facebook page and keep up with the post there. Chris, what's that Facebook page?
Facebook.com, SCNS Live.
Is it that? Really?
It is.
Okay.
Slash?
So there is a slash in there.
Somewhere.
Slash.
Just
Hey, you know what? People can put a slash in there. Damn it.
Oh, yeah.
Facebook.com/SCNS Live.
Anyway.
Thank you, ladies.
And check out our YouTube channel. We got the videos up from Dallas Comic Con. We got day 1 and day 2.
Yes.
The cosplay red carpet will be following here shortly.
Jason with a hammer.
Yes.
The Jason David.
By the
Frank
way,
Q&A.
thank you for doing that. We appreciate it.
And we do have the full Q&A with Jason David Frank. Please go check that out. Jason David Frank is a very funny guy.
Yes, he is.
And I want to thank our guests this week. I want to thank Enasni, Volz, and Chaka Cumberbatch for coming on the show. Thank you very much, ladies. It was a good time.
It was
Y'all are
super
welcome
fun.
back anytime.
Yay.
Anytime. Chris, you got anything to add before we close out? Or
Oh, well, check us out. Again, Facebook.com/SCNS Live. Also, SCNSLive.com for all our information, show dates, events, funny stuff. YouTube.com, Untitled SCNS. And also on the Twitter box, SCNS Live or Chris Danger Show, Jason the X. Rob, I don't think you have anything, do you?
Not really. Not that.
actually, Rob, no, you have an announcement to make about.
We do have a Google Plus page now. I am working
Google
on,
Plus.
so
Yes, Rob
trying
is
to
on
get
Plus.
as much content from as far as video and
You gotta quit
just
looking at stuff like
regular
that on your
posts we
computer.
have. So
You go blind.
Whole area.
You go
the
blind.
actual
No.
URL,
So sad.
it's extremely odd because it's a page, so I don't have it right now. But if you go to SCNS Live on Facebook, you'll be able to find it.
Okay. Well, cool. It's been a good show. Like I said, thank you to our guests. Thank you, Professor, for coming by. Rob, we did have things to say about Dallas Comic Con, but we did have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, overall.
yeah.
It was all right.
Super
I wasn't
fun.
there.
I'm
I had a
glad
good
I
time.
went.
Well, not
Yeah,
you. We don't.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
We're going
as-
back,
Yeah.
and we'll be
The
out there.
crowds were
Y'all had a good time
expected.
without me, is what you're saying.
As much venom as
Yeah,
I had
a lot
to
of
spit
fun.
about it, it was good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Overall, we do enjoy going to these
I'm
things. So.
conditioned to crowds like that from San Diego.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
It was just like, it was
So
unexpected.
I don't even
was
feel it
alright.
anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, I
That's what she said.
That's what she said to the guy in Thailand.
Anyway. Okay.
Oh!
All right,
Drops the
guys.
mic.
Thanks for watching. Big shout out to all the
I dig your
chatters.
style, sister.
Thanks for
Dig your
joining us
style,
tonight, guys.
you ratto.
Thank
And
you.
join us here Wednesday. Until then, we are out of here.
Keep on nerding, kids. We'll see you next week. Stay safe and have a happy Memorial Day weekend. Be safe.